did our Darwin project.
There we go. You should have it now.
Yeah.
There we go. You should have it now.
So, when we did the Darwin project, there was some tryhards on there for sure. I mean, people who played for hours on end before we were able to even get in. With Death Garden, we literally were in 4 hours after it released. We were raring to go. I mean, it dropped at 3 p.m. EST. We were in by 7. So,
Panda, you want to mute your stream for us?
Yeah, I was just gonna say something.
It's echoing all over like crazy. It's echoing all over like crazy. I can hear our streams.
Hey, yeah, just you can mute the stream so that we're not hearing double. We're hearing an echo.
I don't have the stream open.
I don't know then. I'm all muted up, so.
Oh.
I'm all muted up. Snorbit, is it you again?
What? Snorbit, what did you do?
Snorbit, is it you again?
It might be. Yep. It was me. My fault, guys. I'm sorry. Jeez, guys. Like this is only our second podcast, guys. We're still working on the bugs and shit of it. So, sorry, Panda. I didn't know.
Yeah, just to get back to what the game kind of entails is 3 obelisks, 5 hunters or 5 runners trying to avoid the hunter. Activating these obelisks halfway at a time. Once they're halfway, they stay halfway. If you have to stay within range of the obelisk. If you don't, the percent goes back down. And once you capture 2 out of the 3 obelisks, doors open at either end of the map, and you have to escape, basically.
Yeah.
3 of the 5 have to escape. It's more of a strategy game.
See, we had figured out the strategy though, like right, like after like we're like, okay, we can kind of trick him into where we want him to go. The second to last match though, when we had all 3.
Yeah, it was super close.
We would have had it, but
yeah.
You died.
I did right at the door.
You were right there twice. You were right at one that I walked right into, and you ran off, and then you died at the second one. But yeah. It happens.
But yeah, we won a couple of games, lost more, but it's a brand new game, guys. We'll get better. Plus, it was just me and Snorbin kind of working as a team because we were the only ones in voice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to communicate with our teammates who were also, they might have been in their own kind of voice, but we weren't communicating, so it's kind of hard. We kind of just played it by ear and kind of watched what they did, and we did our own thing.
Almighty noob, I will tell them hi, but I won't say it like that. I'm sure Magic can read the stream, but
I see it.
So,
but yeah, it was great overall. I didn't try the hunter. Snorbin did. So Snorbin, what was your take on that?
All right, so I definitely thought the hunter was going to be a lot easier than it was. I was close. I was very close. I had 2 kills. It's a lot tougher than it may look, and especially because I'm not like predominantly a PC player, and I was playing with like the PC keys was way different for me. So like I was trying to get used to everything. But
guys, that was the major difference between me and Snorbin. Is I created a controller config and was playing with controllers. Snorbin actually went with the mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
So if you guys were watching the streams, or if you want to go back and watch the streams and look at the differences between the interaction and how fast or slow interactions were between each stream, that's what that was coming from.
Yeah.
And, if you guys have a preference, I can send you guys controller configs.
I'm sorry, the almighty
noob. More than happy to do that. And Snorbin, are you gonna try the controller config next time? You're gonna stick with the mouse and keyboard?
Well,
I gotta say, as a console streamer, guys, I have to do it with the controller.
I wanted a different experience because I know you were kind of going with the keyboard and everything, but you know I'm not a PC player, so I wanted to kind of like feel what it would be like with the PC. I definitely think that if I'm going to do that again, I have to change some of the buttons, cause
I had to
left alt for roll is so weird. You don't ever use that button for anything, and that's what you use to roll. It's strange trying to like get used to the fucking buttons. It's like playing like the damn type the word to win games like you used to play in like middle school, trying to just figure shit out. Yeah, I got you. It was weird.
But yeah, that game is definitely. I can't wait until it full releases. I'm looking forward to what they're gonna come up with for full release, what they're gonna improve on, what changes they're gonna make. Because right now, guys, it's pretty good.
I am expecting like them to bring some new like hunters or even new different types of runners, like ones that might like hide in trees and shit, make it interesting.
Well, you know what I'm sure they're gonna do is they're gonna create probably some skins.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's gonna happen.
All right, Panda. Well, leave the air to you. Like, what else did you think of the game? Like, I don't know if you saw the hunter gameplay or anything like that, but we're curious to hear your thoughts, like more on the game.
It kind of reminds me, honestly, the game kind of reminds me like the better version of that one GTA mode. I don't even remember what it was. I've only seen gameplay of it, and I feel like it's like the upgraded, better version of that. That's actually became a game itself.
I'm not a big GTA person, so I wouldn't know.
I'm trying to think. I haven't played
It's
too much.
the where they're like in a room and you have to look at. It's like a maze type thing, and there's a guy that's after a bunch of the runners, and he's a hunter kind of deal, and you have flashlights, and you're supposed to hide from this guy, and if he sees you, you're automatic death. Or you shoot the person with a pistol, and then you die, and then that person wins, or you win. And I don't really know the rest to explain that. That's basically how the game works.
Going way back, this is like Luigi's Mansion. I mean, let's admit it, like way back.
No,
Luigi's
no,
Mansion with flashlights, okay?
no. It's more like Mario Party.
Well,
that mini game, like where you had to like catch everybody, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, you had one person that was trying to catch everyone. Absolutely. But yeah, that's our take on that for sure.
I liked it.
If you guys are interested in seeing more of that game, let us know. I'd love to stream some more. And like I said, I am in communication with the devs to try and get some keys for you guys. So if I can do that, we will definitely try and do. Depending on how many keys I get, I might do some giveaways. I might get some of our fellow streamers in here.
Yeah. Just
so we can promote their game, guys, because I want to see this take off.
Yeah,
I personally like the game, so.
I didn't expect much out of it. I was kind of like, it's Dead by Daylight, but it was actually different.
Yeah, it has some different plays, definitely, but the same concept.
I think the obelisks need to be cut into fourths, though.
I said the same thing yesterday on stream. I was like, they should change this into fourths, because it is, or at least maybe thirds. I'll go with thirds. That's fine with me, but
yeah,
just because it's 3 obelisks, take a third at a time, you know.
Right.
Go with that. But there's so many strategies, guys, and if you guys have played it or if you have access to the game, let us know your strategy. I'd love to know.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to join our Discord and we can all go ham together, that's fine too.
Yeah, that would be sweet. Wait, Panda, do you have any news on upcoming games that you may want to see us play and stream or anything like that?
There is a game that I would love to see, but the thing is, sadly, I don't know if it's on coming to console or if it is on console, which is the sad part about it. For console, I don't really know.
Just in general, it doesn't have to be console.
Okay, give me 3 seconds though.
Okay.
Because I don't remember the name of the game.
All right, yeah, take your time.
Absolutely.
So there's a couple of other titles that we've been looking into as well.
The fucking Ninja one for Playthrough Fridays, man.
Yeah, I have a few games that we're gonna be trying for Fridays.
Well, we have one that we already have planned.
Yep, I think I'm gonna go with 2. I think I'm gonna be doing that.
Which one?
Welcome to the stream.
I know the first one, but I don't know the second one.
Well, I think I'm gonna do the Unravel because Unravel 2 just dropped.
I think we should play Unravel 2 and just go into it unknown.
Well, the only thing with Unravel 2 is it leads right off from the first one, and unfortunately, I understand it is couch co-op. So unfortunately, me and Storm can't play.
That's okay. Never mind. That sucks.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. It's couch co-op, guys. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, I wish they had gone the other way with that.
All right, Panda, go ahead.
Eden Rising Supremacy.
Eden Rising. Let me go check that out real quick. Let me give the people a lowdown. Eden.
Yeah, Panda, do you know anything in regards to the game, or what's the basis?
Panda?
Yeah. To answer that question, it's actually so you have to protect this like I don't really know what to call it. It's like
Uh,
a console type thing where there's like a circle and it's surrounded by a bubble, and there is A, B, and C that you have to protect from each direction, and it's like different types of insects per se.
okay,
All right,
so
guys,
it's
give me 1 second. I'm gonna roll the I'm gonna roll this for you guys here.
what of the
So
game?
We'll all take a look. Yeah, we'll take a look at the trailer and see what you guys think. Give me 1 second. So let's take a look. Oh, damn ads, guys! I apologize.
I love ads. They're
It's gonna
awesome.
happen.
Same. Gotta love those ads.
What's this movie? Just kidding. Skyscraper. All right. No, it's not. All right, here we go, guys. Oh my god. What's with the quality of this video, though? I'm in HD too, which is weird.
It could be early access. I don't know, but it is kind of janky. Is it just me? I can barely hear Panda. Let me try to fix that for you. She's a little quiet today. Let me.
Okay, there we go, guys. That video was weird, but yeah, okay.
It's a tower defense. I can actually read it. Give me 1 second. I just need to fix Panda's,
Craft your defenses. Okay.
Panda's thing here.
Holy upgrades. Holy shit. It's an open world. Okay.
Yeah, I'll give them what it says here. Co-op tower defense open world mashup game. That's pretty much what it is. Tower defense and survival genres to create a unique multiplayer experience. So it's kind of like a survive, protect the base type deal.
At the same time, it's almost got that almost like that World of Warcraft where there's a big boss and everyone attacks it simultaneously.
Right, and that's a lot of games like lately.
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of like got like a Dauntless type.
Yeah, almost
thing.
like Dauntless. Yeah, for sure.
So I can see that. You playing another trailer, Magic?
No.
But yeah, no, I definitely think that it's a good idea, Panda. We might check it out. And is that typically is it a mainly for PC
that
right
looks
now?
Like it was on Steam, so yeah, it's gonna be on PC.
Yeah. Panda, you also can you talk so I can one of my viewers?
Oh yeah,
can't,
sorry.
can't...
Hi. No, because I was waiting for you guys because you said you don't want me to talk over you, so I was
no.
waiting for you guys to stop talking.
No.
You're perfectly okay.
You're good. No. So yeah, I mean that looks.
I sound normal on your stream, sir,
okay.
and I'm just as loud as you guys are.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, that's definitely something we can take a look at. If that might be something that you guys want to see, definitely. I know Magic has a game coming in September that he wants to play. It's no surprise. He's announced it all over our Discord.
Spyro, guys. Spyro's being remastered.
Oh my god, yes! God. I really want to try that new Spyro
If you guys
game.
have not seen that, it looks fantastic too. They did a side-by-side comparison. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it, guys. But in the meantime, we have some other games that dropped as well. They dropped a release date for the Ark expansion, the new DLC, guys. They're finally dropping Extinction.
Please do not tell me that we're going to wipe the server again.
That will be a next season thing if it does happen.
Coming up, guys, it releases in November.
Yeah.
So we're talking months away.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so let's see.
Welcome to everybody who's just joined in. Thank you guys so much.
Hold up, guys. I gotta do this. Is it gonna be? This is the trailer.
It's gonna suck.
Shut up, Snorbin.
I'm not.
Oh, look, another ad, guys. Just our favorite.
I'm not a fan of Spyro. I haven't.
It's a classic, man. It's like Crash Bandicoot, which they already did.
But no, they didn't do. It was kind of like a mashup of Crash. It wasn't.
So they finally are dropping it for the PlayStation 4, guys. But look at the graphics. It's so much better than it was.
Okay, it doesn't begin. It's the same game.
I know, but it looks fantastic now. And the fact that they haven't had a new one for so long.
Which is fine with me. Like I don't know. That's just me. I'm not a huge Spyro fan. Like I like the
Yeah, guys, all 3 games.
You don't like styrofoam?
No. I don't know. I don't feel it's going to be right up my alley. I've never been into like the Crash thing. It's a cool concept for a game, and it was when, when it came out.
Oh, it's back on, what was it, PlayStation 1?
PlayStation 1, but definitely not like my type of game. Like, I mean, you guys see, like, I play a bunch of different games, and it's just, I'd rather play Crash, but they didn't. So when they did Crash, it wasn't Crash Bandicoot. It was like a mix-up between all the Crash games, like, in one, and it didn't work. That's just my opinion, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really check it out. I played all the Crash Bandicoots.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Yeah, welcome, everybody. Yeah, Hukins, it definitely has got some nostalgia factor in there, and that's one of the reasons I want to go back and play that. Just like next year, guys, we're going to be having our Throwback Thursdays where we're going to be playing some of the playthrough games that we played this year.
I thought we're gonna do that next year, right around February when we started. Like our playthrough Fridays. We have games like Rhyme, The First Tree,
Journey.
We're gonna go back and do. Journey was a short one. It wasn't.
Journey was a short one. We may have to roll that in with another one, but.
Maze is another one that I'm really curious to get back to. See if we can't find some hidden gems that we.
We missed a lot in that game, but we still went through the whole thing.
Yeah, well,
if you guys missed that, I will try and get that up on YouTube as soon as I can.
We did that.
I know it's off of Twitch at this point, so.
We did that when we finished our playthrough of Journey, I believe. We did 2 playthroughs in a night.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
We had started one, I think, at least.
Yeah.
We may do Mad Max. I'm not sure.
I don't know if we're gonna go back and redo the whole thing. That's such a long game.
Yeah, that took us a couple of weeks. It's kind of like Darksiders. We probably won't revisit. Darksiders
what we could do, Magic. We could redo Darksiders. Just switch it up. Like start a new game, and you take the Harbinger variant, and I do it as the Necromancer.
Go on the ridiculous, whatever the difficulty setting is.
Yeah, but we do it.
One.
But we do it. We do it differently. Like you'll take the variant I took, and I'll take the one that you took.
Oh my god, that would be awful. I'm already bad enough. I couldn't imagine playing it with.
Yeah.
On the highest difficulty with something I'm not used to.
Because I actually am already
worse than Dark Souls.
I'm already on the last boss in that game. In case you guys have not been keeping up with our Darksiders game.
Yeah, Stormwind should be finished.
I am on the last boss. So I should finish this week. But I have to find something to replace that. So I might go back after we do that. I'll probably play. Probably go and play some Call of Duty or something just to fill in time.
Kind of fill in the time.
Yeah. Something, It's
gonna take me another week probably. Just kidding, guys. I'll try and finish this week.
It's gonna be tough, Magic. That last boss, Panda, were you there watching when I was fighting the last boss last week?
For Darksiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I watched either the beginning, the middle, or I watched part of it.
No,
I just don't remember which part that I watched.
Okay. All right. If you guys have not met Panda, she's part of our Discord. She's you stream too. She's a streamer and she's a big help in our community as we stream.
Yeah, guys. Her name is up on the page right now. You see her on Twitch. You guys can pull her up and check her out. Give her a follow.
Give her some love. For sure. She's actually been a big help in the past week.
She's a huge part of our ARC server, guys. Yeah. We do have a private ARC server, so. Qkin's Nick will be around later on. He's going to be in the second half of the, hopefully, the second half of the podcast.
Correction, it is public.
What?
but it's our server. It's just a private server.
Right, we're talking about in general, like
it's open. Yes,
definitely.
And welcome back, almighty noob. Thank you. We have another person that fears spiders. You and my little brother Nick Hawk will you guys can talk all about
welcome
that
everybody.
later.
Welcome.
But I'm glad
But
you're
yeah,
back.
that'll be happening. You know, Hawk will be in here later on, hopefully.
We hope we have his name up just in case he does hop in. He was planning on to be here, but plans, unfortunately, life does not stop for our streams. So,
yeah, exactly. Snorbert, we're gonna be doing what is it next week? We'll be starting. Was it FE? Is that what we're looking
that
into?
was next week. Our next playthrough Friday game. We were gonna wait to announce it, but we are going to be playing We are going to be playing FE, which is if you guys have seen any of our other playthroughs like Rhyme or when we did the first tree, it's
Journey,
Never Alone, which was another good one. I can't wait to get back to that one. That one was fun.
That was a good one as well.
It's along those lines. It looks like a 3D, super like neon, colorful.
Storm, I did look into that, and it is a music-based game.
Oh, that's cool. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
so it's like a music-based
a lot of music
platformer. That sounds cool.
Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna play the trailer. You guys jump in next Friday if you want to see that, and let us know what you think then. Or you can go and check out the trailer and let us know. And either way, but I'm not gonna roll that trailer right now. I'd rather save it and kind of experience the game.
Right like if there is any games that that might be like 5 to 7 hours that you might want to see us play on Friday, something that might get into the feels a little bit. It seems that every game we decide to pick always has some deep feeling mixed in. So if you guys do join in and it hits on some certain topics, like the first tree did, which was a really rough one.
The first tree was really rough, guys.
we do apologize in advance. So
yeah, if you guys join us next year for our throwback of that game, just be prepared.
It's gonna.
That game is rough.
What, Panda?
I was saying hello.
Oh, hi, Panda. Go ahead. Is there something that you might want to talk about? A game that you've been playing recently? Anything like that? Feel free.
Okay. No, I was just saying hello because check Discord.
Okay. But
what's going on Discord?
A video?
I'll check it out later. I don't want to play it because it'll go through my audio, guys.
Oh, what?
No!
Whoa. Well, hi, good girl. Welcome to Voice.
Good girl's here.
Wow. I've been here for...
I
don't know how long.
We haven't been in Discord, honestly.
Surprise guests, guys.
Surprise guest. Good girl. She's a huge part of our Discord. She's one of our very first followers ever on Twitch.
Mod, so.
Yeah. So welcome to stream, good girl.
That was funny.
I didn't know what Panda was getting at.
So quiet.
Yeah.
Just jump right in.
Okay, so I want to talk about something. I don't know what the hype is about, and I've never really actually played this game.
Okay.
But I want to see if you guys are hyped about this.
Red Dead Redemption.
Don't even know.
Everybody was talking about it all of last year. They were like, "Oh my God, Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out," and then everybody wanted a long, freaking,
and yet it failed
with it.
miserably.
See, what I think it was is because it was made by Rockstar Games, and as we all know, Grand Theft Auto is made by them. So the hype for another Rockstar Games game is where all that hype came from.
I think that a lot of people were expecting a lot more out of the game.
Yeah.
I personally I haven't played it, nor am I personally interested in playing it, guys. It's not my thing, not my genre. I'm just not about that.
Right.
But I think a lot of people were expecting a lot more from that game.
Yeah.
And when it didn't put out, a lot of people just didn't go that way.
Hated it.
Plus, I don't know if you all see that right now, but the hype and the huge genre that is going around right now.
Realm Royale.
All these damn battle royale games.
I know.
Holy shit.
Don't expect us to play them. because we're not.
So I'm actually gonna make one comment about that, just because I might as well. 'Cause
Okay.
that's
Go
what I'm
ahead.
about to say
No,
next.
we're open. This
Um,
is everyone's opinion as
Oh
well.
hell no!
Realm
This son of a.
Royale, to me, in my own opinion, is a little different than, well, actually, a lot different than any of the other battle royale games that I've played. Because
Oh my!
I've played what, PUBG, Fortnite, that other game.
You'll be
that's
fine,
recently
almighty noob.
The broken off game that's right now in
We
early
love you too, man.
access for that's like PUBG, but
What,
it's like
cuisine
lawn.
or whatever the hell it is?
Something like that, I guess.
Yeah,
And then mini
yeah.
battlegrounds, where this small developer is trying to go through the early access, where it's like an 8-bit battleground thing.
Stupid. So stupid.
Honestly, Realm Royale, to me, because you have like 4 different classes, and it's like different abilities that each character uses, and it's a lot harder than what people actually think it is in the beginning stages of, if you have no idea. Because it doesn't play like a regular Royale game. I mean, it does, but you also have abilities. In regular Royale games, you don't have abilities. You just have guns, you have shooting.
But it's the
have,
fact
like,
that it's a
Let me throw this
royale
out. Let me throw
game.
this out there. It's exactly like Paladins mixed with Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but...
dude, you even have the horse mount. I'm telling you right now.
I've seen it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to
I
play
think,
it.
honestly, they took Paladins and they take Heroes of the Storm and they put it in one game. Trying to make a good game.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
But it definitely, and then they threw in the battle like royale aspect in with it, like the one that's been going around where it's, you know, you jump and land wherever.
Oh my
know.
god! I'm so hyped. Okay, never mind. So you asked me earlier, what was I hyped about? Apparently, there's a game called Overcooked 2.
Oh.
I
Jeez.
have got to get it, even though it's a single-player game. I mean, it's a couch game, like an here.
It's not online.
What?
Thank you. That game.
Yeah.
It's like what he was talking about earlier. I keep forgetting the name of the game. Unravel or whatever.
Yeah.
Unravel.
Right. So it's the same type of
yeah.
It's the same type where you had to like have people sit on your couch and play with you. But
Yeah, it's
honestly,
couch co-op.
I love freaking Overcooked, like, with passion. So I'm so glad there's a second one coming out. I'm sorry. I didn't watch E3. I always think that E3 and all these gaming convention things that are on broadcasting is way too hyped up and too over whatever. And every single year, everybody says there's too much sports. There's too much not just sports, but like racing games. And then it just throws me off because I'm not here for sports and I'm not here for racing games. If you want to go play basketball, go outside and freaking shoot basketball.
This year was
That's
not.
how I feel about
Yeah, it was not good.
There was hardly anything. The biggest game that they announced that was sport related was the skateboarding game. What was it, Sessions or something like that? That was the biggest like hype like sport game that was out there. And even that, the clip that they rolled was so short, and everyone was expecting something else like Pro Skate or some Pro Skate. I think they were all expecting Pro Skate 4 or 5, whatever one they're on now.
Something.
And then they came out with Sessions, and everyone was like, "Nah."
Yeah,
like
all the hype for those
like,
types of games, man. Like,
listen, it'll never replace like Tony Hawk back in the day. Like,
no,
it's just not gonna happen.
They're trying.
Back in the '90s when Tony Hawk was such a thing.
Yeah, when it came out for fucking every game system imaginable, even like like Game Boy Advanced and shit like that.
Yeah, but it'll never be the same. It's lost its luster, and I don't see boarding back in the day was much bigger.
Yeah, I don't see skateboarding being like a huge thing. Same with BMXing, like that stuff kind of like fell on the wayside. I mean, yeah, there's still the X Games and stuff like that, and people are still into that, but I don't think it's as huge as it used to be. Now, one thing that I would like to see for like PlayStation or something like that is like a like extreme type elimination game, kind of like American Ninja or something like that. That would be awesome.
Like American Ninja Warrior, or like a like Wipeout or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I think would be good.
Okay.
Something that would be multiplayer that we could play with like all our followers and something like that. Like have like a monthly thing where we like we did with we played Evil Apples on Monday with our people in Discord. We all had a blast with that.
Unfortunately, guys, we can't stream Evil Apples. It is against TOS and
Probably
As much as,
because
you
of
know, I
all
love
the
you guys, I wanna
subjects.
play with y'all, we can't stream it.
Because of all the subjects, they're very touchy.
Yeah, it's very touchy. There's too much.
It's racy, and
Yeah.
we have to be like if we're playing in our Discord with us and you're hanging out with us, awesome. But we can't stream it, unfortunately.
Yeah. We may try and get into some tabletop games later on with everyone that we can. But at this time, we just don't have anything scheduled yet. So.
Yeah, we're still
But if you
working
guys have
on
any-
a stable
yeah.
schedule.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for us, definitely hit us up. Throw it on our Discord, throw it in the chat. We'll try and do our best to take a look.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite party game concept thing. They actually have it on PlayStation now. I forgot about that. Jackbox. Honestly,
Jackbox is good. I haven't played
Jackbox
that.
4, and they have it on PlayStation now. I forgot they changed it over. That it's on console now.
Okay.
And okay, so I'm gonna bring up another game because like I said, I'm reading this list here that I have in front of me.
Yeah, feel free. And we're glad you're prepared.
If anybody likes indie games, there's actually a really cool indie game that is apparently coming out to PlayStation 4 on August 14th. I think is what this thing
So
says.
a couple months now.
It's Dead Cells.
Dead Cells.
Dead Cells is a really good, interesting game.
Oh yeah. I've actually seen that. It's like a dungeon crawler. It's randomly generated.
Mhm.
I actually one of the YouTubers I actually watch.
Yeah, I briefly saw it. I haven't checked out personally.
Northern Lion, who is a really good YouTuber, and shout out to him because he streams as well. But he plays a lot of indie games like The Binding of Isaac, which I have. I'm sorry, it's fast. Get it, almighty noob. Kill that spider.
Oh.
But The Binding of Isaac. There's a bunch of games like that I think would probably be interesting and interactive with people, like a choose your own Destiny type thing. Like, I think that'd be cool. I actually have that game, so if you guys would like me to stream that, I am more than welcome to stream Binding of Isaac.
I honestly also just remembered another thing that I really wish we could play, but I don't know how you guys feel about it, and I understand if you say, no, I don't like the game, or it's not our type of game, I completely understand. Don't Starve Together, because I forgot they also put that on PlayStation. They transferred...
Listen,
we had talked about that.
we had talked about that.
a lot of games to console, which I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
But what they really need to do is the old developers of Diablo 3, please get on putting Path of Exile over to Sony. Please,
Yeah.
get the freaking, what is it called?
Yeah, we really need that. Like, I would do that
Path
if.
of Exile on PS4 needs to be a thing. I really need it to be a thing.
I love
Freaking
playing
love
Diablo 3.
Path
so.
of Exile.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I like
Diablo
Diablo
3
3
definitely.
too, but
It's old, I know.
It is old, and they really need to. I understand they tried to hype it up and change it up a little bit with season gameplay, but unfortunately, what they ended up doing was they made a reward system, but
That's
kept
all
the
the
rewards
same,
for
yeah.
each season the same. So it's on a constant rotation where you can get awesome rewards, but after like 4 or 5 weeks, they start rolling the same rewards that you already have. So what are you gaining at that point?
But we haven't
But
we haven't gotten everything in the game.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that we've mastered, gotten everything. I'm just saying for the players who have, what's their incentive to keep playing?
No, and I agree.
And that's nothing against the devs. I'm just saying maybe they should find something to kind of spice it up. Find some way to either add a DLC to that, a new one, or change up the reward system, or come up with a new season. However they want to do it. They just need something to kind of recapture the audience they once had.
I don't think that audience is gone by any means. I just think the
they're
game
just
itself
waiting.
right now.
It's the same. It's the same in every game, guys.
Yeah.
Like Ark right now.
Oh hell
Guys,
no!
it's dry. It's super dry. Like, how many people have you watched? How many streamers played Ark way back when it first released, and now look at it? It has dropped off the map. But now they're coming out with this DLC, and I guarantee it'll be big for about a month.
But
right back off.
You know that when we play this though, and everybody else that's gonna play it that's played Ark, it's going to be tough for us like as streamers. You realize that, right?
It's gonna happen though. People are gonna want to see it, especially we have an audience, guys.
I know,
and
but it's just
they like Ark.
My good Jesus, there is a Sasquatch.
a Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, thank you. Not Sasquatch. What the heck is this? Yeah, there's a squash now in freaking Ark.
Well, it'd be an interesting new dinosaur, wouldn't it?
Squash.
Yeah, I mean
I'm
they
hyped
have
to be.
releases for. I'm not gonna talk too much about Ark, guys. The Extinction release was literally they released it like 2 days ago.
I'm
The
really
trailer.
hyped about the Firebird. That's all I'm gonna say right now. That's the only thing I'm gonna say, and
There's
we're gonna
tons.
continue
You
of
mean
new
the
stuff
the
that they're
Phoenix?
releasing.
on. Well, it's considered the Firebird.
Yeah, they changed this.
Silverman.
They already have.
It might be a phoenix to us, but the actual word they have on the wiki is Firebird.
Yeah, I mean, guys, if you haven't gone and looked at that trailer, go take a look and tell us what you think. It's super short.
I
and there's
haven't
not
because it
too
doesn't-
much right now. But the Titan looks pretty sweet. I don't know how that's gonna be incorporated into the game, but it's now like a boss or something. I don't know. It's like actually part of the map, not one of the obelisk creatures. But it
What?
looks pretty sweet.
Oh.
It reminds me definitely of the giant boss, or not boss, but the giant creature in Subnautica at the very end.
Oh yeah.
Totally reminds me of that. Like it looks almost identical.
But I didn't.
Face-wise.
I couldn't get into Subnautica, like
I thought it was a great concept, but
an underwater Ark.
I just don't, guys. I just don't do open water, and that kind of game would scare the hell out of me.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah. Let there be an expansion that's only underwater for Ark. Let it happen.
Let it happen, and you'll see me not play it.
I'm kidding. Could you
But,
imagine it just being underwater? I have enough.
I think Hawk would play
with-
that. Hawk loves underwater.
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
a struggle already with boats lagging really bad as it is to have underwater, just be completely underwater, and then have to use oxygen. Make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
struggle for me.
that's one thing I really dislike, and guys, that's why I have it in our server is we have a super high
Enemy
oxygen.
sustained 100%
because
damage.
I
Attack
hate-
successful. Mission completed. All right, almighty noob.
Drowning is a super high thing to me. Like I don't like it. So when me, Hawk, and Snowman went in our cave one time, and it's a pitch black cave, and me and Hawk dove down, and I got stuck underwater in pitch black.
Oh, he was freaking the fuck out.
Worst thing I could imagine in any situation at all. Like that is a complete nightmare to me.
It happens. Yep. Going back on Panda's thing about Jackbox.
Jackbox.
We could do that for like once a month thing. We could set it for like our like have our Discord people come in and play with us or something like that. Like we did last Monday.
Jackbox we could totally stream because Jackbox is fine. Jackbox has a version, I believe, of Cards Against Humanity, but we'll just have to stay away from certain games, guys. It's gonna happen. We can't break
that
TOS.
That version that they have, which is called Save the Internet or something like that.
Yeah.
Just don't go overboard with it. I had somebody do that, and we actually had to blurt it out on stream, and that guy did get banned because he wanted to go overboard with it, even though I told him to. Because it was okay, but he took it too far, and that right there will get you banned from either the channel or just in Twitch in general, because it's just inappropriate. And we don't want to risk streamers' careers over something that somebody else does.
Right, guys. We just can't break TOS. This is our not only entertainment and us doing this for you guys.
Yeah,
but
this
is
is
also
our career.
our job.
Yeah.
You know.
So we have to be very careful. I mean, we could play a few rounds off stream if that's something that we want to do and see how it is before we decide to play it. I know that Jackbox is not banned by Twitch. You can actually play it.
You can actually go really, really far with what you use with words. Just don't mention trigger words. That's literally where I'm going to stay with that. I'm not actually going to say the words on the stream. I'm just going to leave it at that because that's just an instant ban.
We had a moment with that yesterday, Panda, and we and Magic were talking about that.
Yeah.
So.
But that's besides.
What I was talking about too. So
Yeah.
that was one of the words that they actually used in the stream, the one I said in the
Yeah.
Discord chat. So
Spider
that's
9000 has been defeated. Proceed to next level, Rochasaurus. That's funny.
What the hell is going on in your chat right now?
Almighty Noob was had a spider friggin' attack him, so you know that's cool. He's getting all
Also-
scared. Yeah, so he's.
Anyway, go ahead, Panda.
What happened? What happened to this? Okay, so all of a sudden in January, sometime in January, no, maybe it was in February, sometime earlier this year, okay, there was this hype that I don't know where it came from. I'm not seeing anything online about it. It wasn't released in E3. It's not on the internet. I don't know where it is. Grand Theft Auto 6 with snow.
With snow.
Well, there's a mod for snow.
No, like it's literally in Grand Theft Auto 6 where they're actually having seasons, per se, instead of it actually being like in real life time, and they have to update the game and actually put snow inputted into it just for like a couple months for Christmas. There's actually snow in the game for in-game time, and they were so everybody like there was a couple of people that were really hyped in it, in Grand Theft Auto actually, my friends, and they were like, oh, Grand Theft Auto 6, Grand Theft Auto 6, I'm not seeing anything about it. Like, they said it was coming out in, December or November, and I'm hearing nothing about it. That was literally the end of that conversation. And
So, can we
did
get?
it, like, disappear, or did it actually, is it a thing?
I really
I
don't
haven't
know.
heard anything from Rockstar. Not that I follow them strictly, but
Yeah.
I have not heard anything.
Oh,
about
are you guys talking on
ever since
Discord?
a long time. Like, it had to have been a year and a half ago, where right after they released the last one, they were like, oh, you know,
The
we're gonna
Almighty
come out with
Noob.
another
Yes,
one.
we are. We are actually
that
on
was it.
Discord. That's how we're having this podcast. Yes. So can we talk about something that's coming up, and it's actually in the short future. I don't know how hype a lot of people are about it, but Black Ops 4
You know what?
is coming
I was gonna
out.
dodge that. I was gonna say something about it, and then I dodged it. I feel like Black Ops 4 has good potential. I'm gonna say that right now. It has good potential. I think the zombies would be great, and same with the multiplayer that I have seen of trailers about
It's
it.
boots on the ground, but it's kind of like, so the aspect of the kind of like the specialist that you can use, you have to be very quick on who you pick. Like, there's a thing where it's kind of first come first serve there, which is kind of cool. It's different.
I think they're beating the hell out of the war games right now, though, because they just dropped for Battlefield.
But that
They
they're
just dropped a
going
new one coming
to.
out.
Yeah, I know, it's the same time.
They just dropped World War II for that one, a remake of World War II.
Right.
And there was hype, but like, it's hype from like the people who like Battlefield, and that's what they play. But even like the regulars who play that game all the time were like, yeah, it could have been different. Like,
where we're at for, like, I've played Black Ops, I played Black Ops 2, I've played the new one, I've played World War 2. The people are looking for something to revive this game like genre. World War
they
2
need it.
World War 2 didn't
seriously need
hit off very well, even though I like the game and I enjoy like the style of it. A lot of people did not.
What? Isn't there a difference between the makers of? Isn't it they
There's-
share because but
there's
BioWare
three
is
different.
It's BioWare and Activision. I know those two are the two ones. But isn't like Black Ops the series not the same as the one who created World War II, except it's the second developer in it?
There's
Because
three.
I'm not-
There's three developers that
I was
produce
just gonna
games.
say, there's this developers that shared in the making, but not all of them are the same.
No, there's
That's
three.
what it
There's
is.
three different developers, and that's why every year they always have a new game out. I know Activision is one of them. The one that made, what is it?
And it starts with
Infinite-
Bio something. It's like Bio.
Infinite Warfare, and then the one that made World War II. They're all three of them are different. But yeah, no, you're correct.
It's a genre that right now has been beaten to hell, and now what they're doing is, I don't know why they're doing this, but they're all coming out with the games relatively back to back.
Well,
So like Battlefield's gonna come out, and then Call of Duty's gonna come out, and then like
yeah, you're right, Panda.
they need to not do that. Like,
but that's how it's always been. That's just how it's
know.
been. The competition there. It's because they're trying to compete against each other.
They're
That's
trying
the
to
whole
compete,
reason.
and I get that. But instead, they should do it like stagger it, like every 6 months. That way, when one game goes dry, oh look, somebody else came out with a game that's different but the same.
But that's not how it works.
How many times can you rewrite war? I mean,
well, the whole thing behind Black Ops 3 is, or Black Ops 4, it's a completely different, like, it's not even like a war thing at this point. It's strange.
It's about editing now because it's the same thing. Honestly, I'm gonna say this once and then I'll explain what I'm talking about after this. It's the same concept that Blizzard was looking for in World of Warcraft expansions. I know that sounds a weird comparison, but it is. From what I hear from a bunch of people who talked about Black Ops 4, there is no major boosting like the flying. I mean,
nope,
the whole
that's gone. That's
the EXO thing. That there's no. Not play the multiplayer Black Ops 3 because of that. Everybody kept like sniping me from the wall.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
honestly,
whole reboot.
Liked the beta for Black Ops 3, but the game itself was like, no. The same with the beta for World War II. The map was different. They took away my one hiding spot. They took my one hiding spot away in the German map. That was my hiding spot. The freaking camping spot. And then they took it away. Like, why? You just took my one spot that I liked in this entire game away in the actual game.
Hey, Storm, the third developer you were looking for was BioWare.
BioWare, Sledgehammer, and Activision,
that's
yeah.
What I said. I said BioWare and
I was confirming by chat.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
Q. I said Sledgehammer while you were talking about it.
Yeah.
Look at how dry it is now that they're literally posting the games for, even on the PSN network, they're posting it for free now.
What's up, Shad? How you doing, man?
That's how.
But that game's old. It's not like it's a new game.
Exactly. Like, instead of doing these, I understand they're trying to come up with new games
but
year, but
if
instead
you think,
just drop some DLCs. Like,
the game is still like a $60 game.
I know, but not anymore. They're like, nobody's gonna buy that game. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, they have it posted for, you know, however much they have it posted now, but no one's gonna buy an old game. So now they're trying to just putting it out there for everyone to be like, hey, come back, please.
Well, there's still people.
Still here.
There's still people that I know that still do play Black Ops 3, and they still love the game because they're constantly bringing DLC to the game.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's not like it's dying off. It's not dying off. I just think that people are hyped for the new game and where it's going.
Well, we'll see. We'll see where it's gonna go. I'm interested. At the same time, it's not my genre, but I'm interested to see how they're going to rewrite war again. And I know you're saying it's not war, but
well, it is, but it's
so
not. I don't think there's actual, like, I haven't got into the story of it yet, but it's not like a. I don't think it's like a main war that has happened. That's what I'm getting at. Like, it's not like World War II or World War One.
Right. It could be like a conflict. Is what you're saying.
Back when some of the very first war games were like Medal of Honor. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would love for them to make something like that.
It could be like you know.
Yeah.
Just a skirmish between two, you know, opposing nations. Whatever. And I get that it could be something. They could pull something out of that because it's not something. It's not the norm.
Right, and that's what I'm hoping they do, but
yeah, no, that would be a better idea. I hope they do. But
you still won't play it.
I won't. It's just not me. Plus I'm waiting on a particular game. I can't wait until they drop when it's going to be released. If you guys don't mind, I am going to play the trailer right now for that.
Oh, Jump Force. The Ghost. Oh, the Ghost. Yeah. I think that will be probably a game that we will play on.
All right, guys. This is more along my genre line, and take a peek. Let me know what you think after.
It's definitely good.
So Snowman, this is the trailer. We actually didn't watch this. We actually watched.
Oh, we watched the game. Yeah, but the gameplay was awesome looking.
Yeah, but the guys, the cinematics you're seeing in this
is just exactly what it looks like in the game.
Looks like.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
You know what I would love to see?
What's that?
A good space game.
Well, they have Prey. That's about the closest type space game.
All right, guys, give me a second here. Let this play, and then we'll discuss. All right, guys. So I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm not gonna do any more with that. But it's almost like a take off of like I don't even know. Like they're trying to redo like a Ninja Gaiden, but better. Like nowadays, Ninja Gaiden was back in the day. Now this, and I hope that they keep true to what the gameplay has looked like for this game.
Because it's impressive.
Yeah, it hasn't been released yet for the release date. It hasn't been. It barely even got announced. It got announced actually last year, but they haven't. I've looked at the devs page. I've looked at the website. Everything. Nowhere have they actually said when it's going to be released.
Yeah.
So I hope they have enough funding, and I hope they actually finish it. It looks like they put a ton of time into the damn thing. I don't think they'll give up at this point.
There is another Ninja game that they did play at E3 that looks pretty good as well. I can't remember.
I did see that.
Hey, Pale Rider, what's going on, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining in. If you would like to join in, what's going on? If you want to join into the podcast, we can bring you in. That's up to you. I had read that you were actually out swimming with your family today, so I didn't want to bother you. But you are free to welcome. We don't have your name up right now, but you're more than welcome to come in and speak to everybody. Ninja Talks. Discuss. Yes.
So I don't know how long ago he jumped in, but we were discussing Ghost.
It's just barely.
I don't want to butcher this name.
Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Have a date with my girlfriend. Date of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima, I believe.
Something like that.
What it is. Yeah, it's TSUS.
Yeah.
HIMA. Listen, I understand. I can speak a little Japanese, but I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay.
Pale Rider, bye everyone. Love you, man. Have a good one. Hopefully your day goes well. Pale Rider, feel free to come in to discuss with us if you are free. If you're not busy at the moment. If you want to talk about konnichiwa.
Nihongo Squishy Wakarimasu?
Magic, he's not gonna. I mean, he might know it. I'm not gonna say he doesn't. I'm not as fluent in. Nope. Nope. No? Fair enough.
Hey, wakarimasu.
It sounds like you're saying I wasn't even close.
What?
No, I said okay. So for all y'all, I'll translate. I asked him if he understood Japanese. I said I understand Japanese, and then I asked if he did, and then I was like, you understand English. That's all I said.
I'll join another time though. I'll just chill for tonight. No, fair enough, man.
Yeah, no worries. Just let us know in Discord when you want to jump in, maybe next week, or we're gonna be trying to do this on the weekly, guys, on every Wednesday. So
you're more than welcome, Pale Rider. You're always welcome in my streams. So I mean, as you welcome me in yours, thank you for joining into mine. I appreciate it.
But that was a big game that I cannot wait until it drops. I'll be looking forward to that, and I will probably be playing that game because it's open world, guys. It's from the gameplay trailers that me and Snowden watched. It's open world, and it's set back in like the olden times.
Ancient Japan, it looks like.
Yeah, it's ancient Japan, China, around that era when they were feuding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm big into that genre.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, we practically eat sushi every other week, or Chinese food like once a week. We're huge into that culture.
I've actually took many tests. Okay, that say that basically I need to live in Japan.
Oh, you are so lucky. Pale Rider, what kind of sushi do you have? We can go on a sushi rant.
God, I'm not in this.
We always go on sushi rants. But yeah, that's my era. I'm more medieval and around that time period. I'm not a big gun guy. I'm more in. I'm blades and swords, guys. Blades and swords.
But I'll give any game a chance except for Fortnite because so many people play that. I know you play that, Pale Rider, but you play with your son and a bunch of your friends like that. So, like, no harshing your buzz, man. Yeah.
The only Royale game I would literally suggest, like I said, is Realm Royale.
We'll see.
I have Realm Royale.
Also, I literally
it's super hype right now. It's super hyped up, but I don't know.
Spicy tuna.
Really
still...
I know. I know you hate Fortnite, Pale Rider, but you. I didn't know that about you. You were born in Okinawa. That's fucking cool, man. But you're a military brat, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I hate Fortnite as well. It's literally, honestly, I'm not even gonna go there.
That's really cool, man. I really want to go visit places like that eventually.
Yeah. So, Stormbin, I don't know how you feel, about this game, but Shad brought it up in chat. The drop at E3 for Fallout 76.
No, I have not played any of the Fallout games because it's me too, just to see how beautiful it is. Right, I agree. But I have never played any of the Fallout games. It's never been a genre that like I've been that interested in personally myself. I know a lot of people are kind of hit or miss on that game at the moment. I mean,
let's see. Fallout 4 was a huge game when it dropped,
and
it has since fallen off. And I don't know, like, looking at the trailer that they, dropped, and seeing how they're trying to redo it, I'm just not sure how they're gonna make it better. I don't know where they can go from. The graphics look fantastic. Don't get me wrong. And then the world is now like recovering. It's recovered now enough where people are back on the surface. And everyone's remade their homes. It's just.
I think it's another game that's getting beaten into the ground. Honestly.
I honestly do too. Just like with the whole what was it? It's getting old like Dark Souls was when they said that he didn't want to make any other games after Dark Souls 3. It's the same type of thing with that. I also think that they should do that with Call of Duty too. I know Call of Duty is really hyped up and stuff like that, but each game is falling off.
No, and
it's just like movies now, guys.
It's all remakes now.
No one's original. Yeah, no one's original anymore.
Like when they redid Jumanji, yeah, don't get me wrong, they tried to take a spin on it. But they should have, like, taken where the first movie left off. Like, the board...
Like, made it a sequel and not, like, a...
Correct.
Like, a different... It was almost like a different thing altogether.
Yeah.
It could have been its own movie.
It could have been, but it wasn't.
So... I'm allowed to talk about 2 games that are up in the air, but they have been released to the public. Kind of, as the idea of what they're doing.
I mean, you're free. This is a podcast. You're free to talk about whatever, as long as it's not like racy or anything like that.
Listen, as long as the devs haven't told.
Yeah.
What? You cut out the end of what you said.
As long as the devs have haven't strictly prevented you from saying anything on streams, because certain games, just like I've talked to certain devs, I can't release certain information on stream, guys, at this time.
I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that question.
If you're unsure, just I'd prefer if you didn't, just because I don't want to be contacted by any dev going, "Hey, you need to take that video down right now."
Yeah. If it's kind of like a sneak peek or something
that's
like that.
public already, or that you have full permission to release, that's fine. But if you're unsure, just actually shoot it in Discord, and I'll see if I know anything.
Yeah.
I sign up for and talk to all the devs that are releasing all the closed and sign up games.
Yeah.
For both PC and console. I try to do my best to check at least 2-3 times a week and see what games are going to be releasing. Just like I signed up way back in the day and never ended up playing it, but Vermintide 2, guys, I know it's almost open now. I know they're rolling it out for Xbox in the next couple weeks.
I'm not looking forward to that.
It was a great concept. And it was a different take on, the dungeon crawling games where it's more of a first person instead of, the typical, almost like Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Where you're looking down on the map. This is your first person interacting directly.
Right.
It was definitely a different take on it, but at the same time I was like, it's just another, dungeon crawler with, classes.
Also, guys, if you guys don't know who the voices are, I know we don't have faces up or anything like that. I'm Snorbin is God. The voice you just heard was Magic Skyblitz, and the female voice you heard is Pagey Panda. Just in case you guys didn't know whose voice was who, I know some of you guys are new to stream or may be new to stream, so just wanted to let you guys know who was who.
And guys, I believe Panda. I don't know if you're streaming right now, but both me and Snorbin are streaming, so we're gonna be doing this every Wednesday, so you guys can jump in between. I mean, we're both displaying the exact same content. The only difference is I think I was rolling some trailers.
You were rolling trailers, and I was not. Yeah.
I'm just rolling some of the trailers that.
Welcome, good girl. Thank you very much.
I'm trying to get out there, so.
Yeah. Thank you for joining in to stream, good girl. I appreciate it.
But I do need the layout for it.
You what? You did play it on streaming?
No, I said I can next week, but I need the layout for it.
No, well, we can do that for you next week. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll talk about this.
Welcome, Creep. It's been a while. How you doing, man?
I know, that's why I just left it like I just need the layout, because then you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else we got, guys?
I messaged you, and also I forgot the second game. I forgot the second game on the top of my head.
It's fine.
Which kind of sucks.
So Pale Rider, if you're here, what's some games that you're hyped for that may be coming? I know you mainly play Destiny 2, but maybe there's something that's caught your interest.
Panda, that can be talked about. I've already talked to them. They're fine. There's actually an actual talk that they talked about in, I don't know if it was on their Twitter or what, but I
wasn't here for this conversation, so would you like to repeat yourself?
I said that.
I'm gonna bring it up anyways. So let me tell about the topic first, and then you can say what you're gonna say. So remastered Diablo 2. I was actually not here for. Well, I was not here. Yeah, I didn't exist on the planet. That's wrong, because I was very much alive. Diablo 2 wasn't around. I didn't play Diablo 2 because I wasn't into gaming at the time of Diablo 2 being.
Okay, good girl. Much love to you. Thank you for joining in.
So I kind of jumped on the bandwagon quite late on Diablo, just because I really didn't want to play Diablo, but it was there on the whole BattleNet thing when they switched over to BattleNet instead of actually launching it through just the game itself, the game icon. So when they did that, it was like the freaking whatever the other game is that they have, and Diablo was like the two that I didn't play, and I'm like, ugh.
God of War currently, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Zelda games, but I'm looking forward to Red Dead and Anthem, a little bit of Fallout. Fair enough. Anthem, I heard, is a huge game that is, I don't know if I heard it right, but it might only be a Xbox exclusive. I don't know for sure yet. We don't know much about that.
Alright, going back to what Panda was just talking about, the remaster of
Diablo 2?
And I personally have been in the Diablo series since the very beginning. I've played all 3 of them, including the DLCs for each game.
Yeah. I don't know if I feel like I want to go back to Diablo 2.
The first 2 Diablos I played on PC, and then I haven't really gone back to PC yet. I've played both on Xbox and PlayStation for Diablo 3, though. I like what they did with Diablo 3, but I do miss some of the features and some of like the storyline of Diablo 2.
Yeah, for sure.
The answer to your question, by the way, Snorbin, it is on PlayStation.
Oh, it's going to be too. That's awesome because that game looks
Yes,
actually
it's gonna release
really
on
good.
PlayStation.
It
Okay.
is. It's gonna be on PlayStation, Windows, and Xbox.
If you guys have not seen that trailer, you should go check it out because it actually does look promising. That is a game that looks really good. Anthem
Yeah, they
looks
released
good.
it at E3 as well, I believe.
Yeah, it
What
does look
game?
good.
I literally have a game that I wanted to talk about, and I still cannot remember what it was. I guess it was really not that important, right?
Yes.
I
mean, we brought up a lot of the games from E3.
Yeah,
last
yeah.
week.
Like Jump Force is something that we're really looking
Jump
forward
Force,
to.
guys. I'm super hyped about when that's going to release. They haven't really given us a date yet for that. They do need to make some subtle improvements, as well as some major ones. But
you remember what it was, Panda?
I do. But
what is it?
Finish talking.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me finish up my rant about last week.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you guys missed that, you can obviously go back and take a look. We didn't roll on any trailers last week, I don't believe. But if you guys did catch any of E3, Nintendo definitely killed it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sticking with that as my personal opinion. Their showcase was the best. Sony didn't really step it up this year. Nothing against them. I'm definitely a Sony guy, but
neither did Xbox. But
yeah,
Nintendo honestly is. I'm literally about to start an argument, but it's not gonna be an argument because I'm literally just gonna make my own opinion here. I literally think that since the whole Xbox and Sony war has been a thing for God knows how long, I really believe, as much as I really do not play Nintendo often, I really think Nintendo is literally the best game consoles.
At the moment, yeah. I agree.
No, I mean in general, because they're the only ones who still make handhelds, and people still want to buy them.
True.
If for example, Sony or Xbox was to come out with a console like.
Think about this. The PSP and the PS Vita, they crashed and burned like months after they released. Exactly. And you can literally go out and buy those things for like less than $100 now.
Yeah.
Like, they're just not. Nobody uses them. They're not that good. They're just. I understand where they were trying to go, where they were trying to get stuff to release for handhelds and mobile devices and stuff like that. And I know y'all are gonna hate me, but I totally agree with Sony on blocking Fortnite from going to mobile.
Thank God.
I'm so glad that Sony did that, because I don't need to be getting friend requests and all these
over the
things
place for Fortnite.
Invites to Fortnite. I already get them enough on damn PlayStation.
Yeah.
I had to literally turn off my notifications, guys, because it's almost like back in the day when Candy Crush was so huge on Facebook, and you get like 50,000 of your friends requesting, "Oh, give me a life, give me a life." That's what it's like with Fortnite on PlayStation.
I agree.
It's like, come and join my party. No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play Fortnite.
They actually want me to go. That was a blunt statement. There's actually a couple of the people that I was talking about, like Fortnite being in my state and like an hour and something away from me. They literally said I should go bug them about Fortnite. I'm like,
no, don't. Like,
no.
Okay, I get it. It's a game that a lot of people like, but I just think the hype is for nothing.
I have to agree. Like, I honestly myself, originally when Fortnite came out, I was like, no. Like, I didn't even know what the frick everybody was talking about. It was in on the television. It was in my news feed on Facebook.
It was everywhere.
The first video that I actually saw somebody talking about Fortnite was through a dab video, with that stupid fad of dabbing, and he said that he had a fork knife problem, and everybody was confused on what he was talking about. That he actually grabbed a pickaxe and started hitting trees with it, and then getting like he was doing something that was really strange to everybody, and he literally was acting out Fortnite in real life.
Oh, there's
Okay.
tons of those things now. It's
it's
ridiculous. But just can we get off of Fortnite for the love of God?
Because
I'm done with it.
It's such a trash game. Stop editing something that's already. Never mind. I'm just gonna stop now.
we all feel the same way.
I literally believe that PUBG is way better than Fortnite. It's just PUBG has a lot of issues right now.
PUBG is dying. They fucked up their servers so bad.
Exactly. They fucked up. They hate AMD for whatever reason. They make a lot more crashes than they should. There's actually a bug, I think, in PUBG with AMD users, if you don't have the video, that you actually had to change one of the settings so you don't glitch out. It's just unstable. Like, it's an unstable game that's already unstable itself. Like, it's an unstable game within an unstable game.
Yeah, I can't wait until they make it like good and then they just stick with it, because they did a great job in the beginning, and then they tried to start adding too much content all at once without stabilizing their servers first.
Yeah.
So the realism is awesome. The fact that you've got to find
Yep.
first off,
Agreed, Bill, right?
Stuff is great, but there's a lot of tryhards on there right now, and I understand they're releasing a new map in like, I don't know, in the next like day.
Now
it's a smaller map, like it's gonna force people to, because their second map that they released, the desert one, or where the hell it is, it's like Arizona, failed miserably.
Yeah.
It's too open. There's not enough buildings, and people would go through half of the damn game before they'd even see another player. And
now
that failed miserably.
Now, if we're talking about games that I would play if it was a Royale type game, and I think Magic would agree, because we love this game back on PS2. Killzone did a Battle Royale type game.
They even did Snor, but I don't know if you saw this, but in the last week, they just announced a Mad Max Battle Royale.
Oh no.
They made it so that your car is upgradable, and so are your weapons, and it's
I
did battle royale.
I did see that, but I'm saying like Killzone, like the original Killzone, like that battle arena type thing. That's where like I feel it came from, and I like Killzone, and I think that if anybody did it right, I think they could. That's just my opinion. I'm not a huge Battle Royale fan.
I loved Killzone when it first released. Don't get me wrong. On PlayStation 2, guys, I used to tear that game up. I loved the war aspect. And this is coming from you guys. I'm not a first-person shooter game because of the fact I don't like dying 100,000 times in one match. I'd rather have like one life and live as long as possible. However, back when Killzone was a thing, I would play the hell out of that game. Now, I only played the one that released for
PS2,
PlayStation 3, the newer one. Was it PlayStation 3 or 4?
I know there's one on PS4.
Okay, anyway, the newer one, I played it briefly, and it's a newer style, and it's gone away from what I like. I'm not into the futuristic kind of stuff along with space, and as I said before, I'm more medieval and ancient fighting styles and stuff like that. I'm nothing against the people who like that era. It's not me. And the first Killzone it was supposed to be futuristic era, but at the same time they kept it like right at the line of present to future. And they didn't push the line.
Yeah.
They stayed right there.
Right.
Then when they came out with their second one, it was like, holy crap, what they do. They
Fair
went
enough.
too far. They pushed it, and that's where they lost me.
But I think
Nothing against it, but
I think that though, if any game could do it, it would definitely be Killzone. That would be a game I would like to see, like something come out of from like that series again. Going back to like maybe like modern age time or something like that. I think that'd be cool.
if they picked it up in current, if they did current and did a battle royale, I would definitely pick it up again. Totally.
Yeah.
Because I will forever be a Hellgas fan. Just saying.
Yeah. Agreed.
And their first sniper rifle, I loved that damn thing. It wasn't like a what was it? It wasn't infrared,
Yeah.
but it was like an orange scope, and it was fantastic. I liked it. I don't know why, but damn, if I could get up in a tower and get 100 kills in one match, I was gold. Like, of course, they were like hour-long matches, but still, I would play that entire damn hour. I don't even care.
True. True.
What else we got? What else we got going on?
Actually, I have 3 games to discuss, which
3
I
games.
don't actually know.
Bring it on. Let's go.
I really don't know if this one is actually true or not, because it might already be released, but I think it's interesting. Black Desert Online for PS4.
It's not out on PS4
It's not
yet.
out on PS4 yet. Okay, so.
But we do have Terra. That's kind of similar, but it's
Okay,
not the same.
I have
So
it.
I like Black Desert, and they're actually releasing it sometime on PlayStation 4, but they're
Correct.
having a problem for some reason. They've already released it on Xbox, but it is awesome to just come to play at PlayStation 4 eventually. I like Black Desert Online, and all I wanted to bring it up just because it's Black Desert Online. It's just because you're talking about medieval fighting games, and that's the Tamer reminds me of that. But going to Switch
and I actually have played it, and I have it.
Okay, I have it on PC. It's just I think it'd be better with it on console just because of my crappy CPU and other reasons that I think it'd feel better with the controller rather than a keyboard and mouse. But I don't feel like connecting an Xbox controller because this is all I have to connect.
I could totally help you out with that, but we'll discuss it later.
Also, so I'm gonna skip that because that's all I wanted to say about that one. Bloodborne 2. Yeah.
It goes along with Dark Souls, super avoidy game. Like, as you guys know, if you've ever watched any of my Darksiders things,
Magic is not good.
I'm awful at those games.
But that's what makes it fun for people to watch, because those people out there that have already played it, you know, they know what to expect, and to have somebody like playing it like when we did a little bit of Bloodborne.
I feel like everyone just comes in for the damn rage, because I raged so bad at that damn game. So
that's the only game I've ever seen him rage at.
The developers around the damn throat shake them like.
That is one game that I'm not having too much of a problem with. It's just Magic is. No,
I'm not having a problem with that either.
Is Darksiders.
Oh.
Magic. He's not in like the hack and slash like avoid dodge kind of deal.
No.
That's not his style.
I'm dive right in, kill some shit, get the fuck out. None of this. I gotta hit them once and then avoid them for the next 5 minutes. Hit them once and then avoid them for the next half hour. Nah, that's not my chill. Okay.
One stream. What was it? The one. Agree. I don't watch streamers all the time for skill. It's who they are and who they are that interests me. Fair enough. No, I agree. Like, I'm not good at the game.
Exactly.
But I mean, I was playing Darksiders and I was getting so angry I actually got up off stream and I had to leave my stream room. I was literally so frustrated. I couldn't feel my hands. Like, my tongue was numb. I was just so angry at the game.
And I have a personal vendetta against them because every time I stream that game, it crashes at least once.
And that's only been recently, though.
Okay.
No, every stream I've played Darksiders has crashed at least once. At least. Crashed 3 times last week.
I know.
I actually like Darksiders because you guys said,
I think it's fun.
if you're gonna, what was it? Was you
Darksiders 3, yeah. I do want to play that.
You commented and you said something about if I rage so much at Ark when we were stuck in a cave with lava, etc., that you would hate to see me play Darksiders.
Yeah.
I actually play it. But here's the thing, also, so going back to the other game I was thinking, because I just remembered what it was. Man, I forgot it again. Okay, so I'm gonna just go to the next thing. So, rumor has it, and I don't know how far-fetched this rumor is because I feel like it's really far-fetched, but I googled it and it's a thing, and it kind of freaks me out a little bit. World of Warcraft on console.
No.
No.
It's a
Absolutely
thing.
not.
It's a thing.
I
It's
care.
totally about to gonna be a thing.
I don't
And
care.
why? World of Warcraft has too many abilities to be on console.
How in the hell
There's
do you
not
have the
enough
amount of buttons to
Thank
control
you.
that shit?
Thank you! That's literally what I'm trying to say. There's not enough buttons.
Like, listen, Ark has a hard time. You have to like hold one button down, press another. Like,
Right.
no.
Not
No.
only that, but World of Warcraft has been
Way
beaten
too
into the
complicated.
ground so many times. So many
Hey,
times.
Vincent,
You just triggered half of the internet, okay?
Oh well.
No, listen. I actually have a debate about that if you let me explain my story behind that. It might take me like 30 minutes, but it's a
Okay.
summarized statement about it. Until I remember the other game, and then I will probably switch topics in the middle of me talking. Okay, so I literally, since everybody is ranting about every game, World of Warcraft has been a very interesting experience for me. It actually helped me with a lot of my depression and my state of mind. And it helped me in and out, stay out of the hospitals. I'm just gonna say that right now. That's a deep subject, but going back to actual gameplay here. So, when I actually read the backstory behind World of Warcraft, I realized that none of the expansions are in order. Like, the first two are, the first three actually are. But after the fact of the undead leader dying to Arthan, oh my god. I don't know how to pronounce his name right now. Arthas. Best way I'm going to say it right now. The Lynch King. The original first Lynch King before the Lynch King actually died. When he killed Sylvanas after... God, what the... I'm forgetting people's names today. This is great.
It's okay, because me and Magic have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're way over our heads.
Yeah.
It's just not. I never got into any of that, so.
I'm just gonna say the Legion Lord. Somebody can probably figure that out there if anybody plays World of Warcraft or any talks about it. That Illidan. There we go. Illidan. When Illidan died, Sylvanas did something, and then she ended up getting the Frost Sword, and she died to the Frost Sword of Arthas, and then she came back the expansion afterwards, but Illidan didn't come back until recently. So my philosophy behind this is, it's probably not true because everybody wants to argue with me about this one, is that Sylvanas and Illidan actually had a secret relationship with each other, but they didn't want to admit it because he was already married and she was like an undead, whatever, and it was against the Demon Hunter code of whatever type of thing in World of Warcraft. And
actual
it
F.
fell
Okay.
off. It fell off
No
at
idea.
Cataclysm. It fell off at Cataclysm because Cataclysm was a confusing expansion, and this guy named David literally explained this to me because he was one of the old game developers, or the game graphic designer and the game developer for Blizzard. And he quit before he got fired because he predicted that 4 million people would leave.
And look,
World
they
of
all
Warcraft.
did.
Would leave World of Warcraft. The rating was really good for Cataclysm. I do accept that, but it doesn't match anything with storyline. How does a killing pieces together?
As soon as Darksiders is over,
Zephy.
it's
It's a
another like
music-based
music
puzzle
platform game. It looks really good. If you want to watch the trailer, you're free to do so. But we're trying to keep it our experience like to not really knowing much about it. So
Alrighty.
The only thing I know is it's music based, and that's just because I read the Steam
yeah.
info on it.
I
That's
love
it.
music.
But we also played Never Alone, which was a really cool game that was based on
That one was made. The developers actually went to
locations with Eskimos and stuff like that, or Eskimo-esque people. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really
they spoke with tribal
people
to actually create the game.
The lore was
and
all
made
based
it
off their stories.
as close as they possibly could to real stories that they were told.
Yeah, it was
And
really. They did
in the
good.
game itself, there was videos.
Yeah.
With like interviews from each of the people they talked to.
That explained shit. It was real.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
So we're what's up?
I mean, I don't know. I've just been kind of like hooked on, you know, like older games. Like, all right, so the one I've really been hooked on lately.
Yes, I can. Ray, I saw it.
Is Warframe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that game it's actually kind of old for been playing it for about a year or something like that. I don't know, but I mean it's still a really good game for a free game. That's like
There's still a lot of people playing it.
Magic, you played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people playing it.
It still has some of the classic like basic game values, but it's still like it keeps up with new times.
Right, and that honestly has aspects for everybody. Magic, you can agree. You can be a hack and slash character. You don't have to use guns. Like it's different.
Oh yeah, I'm just bad at it. It's not my. It's not my. You know.
But it's all right. But it's definitely a game that I enjoy playing as like a free roam type deal. I definitely think it's fun. Like playing with everybody is a good time. So.
Oh, it's a great multiplayer crawler for sure. Like,
yeah,
A to B kind of go do a mission and then get it the hell out kind of deal. For sure. It's just, it's not my thing. It's just not.
Yeah.
It would actually be cool, and I know like I'm touching like way back when I used to play like this on GameCube, but is bring back Need for Speed in like a multiplayer like aspect.
I was more a Burnout fan myself.
But even that game, that would be cool.
In Vegas.
Because Burnout, they kind of shied away from multiplayer in the last one, which kind of sucked.
Takedown was my favorite one. Burnout 3, guys.
We played that so many times.
So much. They created like Burnout Paradise, which world.
Yeah.
Paradise. I love Burnout.
But they never did go really online to it. There was an online mode in the newer ones.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the same. They made everything like time constrained. Like Burnout 3, you literally drove your damn car until it freaking exploded. Like
burnt out, yeah.
Yeah. There was no finishing. Like if you actually did the takedown mode, you drove until your car exploded.
And I think that would be a cool game. That if they redid it, that would be something that we could play.
Love a remaster of that.
Like
that
especially online, like with people like with like the takedown races and stuff like that. That would be really fun.
Yeah, because right now, Snorman's touched base on a few racing games, but it's not really an audience we've hit. Let's say
not yet. We haven't.
Yeah, because there hasn't been any games to really
touch upon. Yeah. Right. Well, we did. I was doing Trackmania. But that game is kind of hit or miss too. It all depends.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not the same audience that I would imagine like a normal racing game. It's a little different.
Right. Well, it's not like we're gonna go and play a season of NASCAR. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Right.
But not to
dropped off from most consoles. To be honest with you,
yeah,
they really don't make them anymore.
Yeah, man.
I used to go backwards.
Let's say, did you guys touch on the new Ark trailer at all?
We did.
Yes, I definitely.
What the hell?
Hey, guys, as a firm believer in Ark and how much you guys love it, I'm speaking to the audience more than I am to Snorman.
Glad you clarified.
from the trailer, they're going the way I don't want them to go. They're going to the futuristic stuff again. They're going towards the tech gear. They're going towards.
You knew it was going to happen.
Those binoculars that they were using and then the mechanical, I don't even know what it was, but it like, if you guys watch the trailer, it like disappears, shows up in another spot, like a teleportation thing. I don't want that. I want, guys, medieval, like, leave it where it was. This is prehistoric. It's dinosaurs. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
but you knew it was going to happen.
You got to expect it.
I know, but they shouldn't have done that.
Well, it was bound to happen, and you know it was. It's not like
at least you know about Print Plus now, so you don't got to deal with that shit.
True.
Exactly. I'm gonna stick with it. Another game that I want to touch on that didn't see too much of the light of day, but is Ark. Back in the not too long ago.
When it was $35.
Side by side to Ark came out with Dark and Light.
Yeah.
which was Lord of the Rings like style, but with the building aspect and open world of Ark, which I thought was pretty cool, but it never took off. And I would have loved to see where they could have gone with that, but they didn't. And I'm a little disappointed because that genre is like where I hang out.
Yeah.
And I like the very beginning of Ark. Like I've been playing Ark since the newest dino was the Bronto. Like
Yeah, man.
I've been around since then. Okay. And I liked the newer dinos they added, and then when they added the tech gear, they kind of lost me. And that's why our server, guys, if you decide to join in or want to, you can join our Discord and hit us up. We'll give you the server name, or you can just go and try and find it. But good luck. We're on Primitive Plus, so there's the highest thing that you're supposed to get is a musket and a flintlock pistol. That's it. That's the highest gear you can get.
Bombs.
Supposed to be able to get. I'll put it that way because there's been.
We found a glitch. Yeah.
I'm a master blacksmith.
But I am personally, I was like, no, we're not going to use that stuff because it's not what this is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, except for that one case, the frag grenade.
Yeah, it's been used and now we're not supposed to be able to get another one, but I'm sure we could figure it out.
Oh, I
but that's. But that Dark and Light game that I was speaking about, I saw it. Some people streamed it very briefly, and then it never continued. It was just it got lost in a new hype of the battle royales and stuff.
But it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Ark, though. You know, Extinction is going to be hype for about a month, then it's going to just drop off the edge of the earth, and people are going to go back to Ragnarok because that's what they know. It's the same with Aberration.
Yeah, I mean, people.
Aberration suck though. Sorry.
No, absolutely. I don't even agree.
Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining into stream.
I think what they need to do is allow you to kind of put in what you want. Like, I run the server that we.
Hey, expert.
And I can actually
welcome to stream, man.
Put in whatever we want.
Right, but
so
we don't.
What
we're
we
not.
did was we didn't do that whole cross and cluster crap. It ruins the game. Okay. We don't want any of that. Like, they don't need to bring the aberration stuff into Ragnarok. Ragnarok was by far the best map they made so far. The largest map, and it's also the best. They added all the biomes. The only thing I wish they would do is add a little bit more for the cave systems, but
yeah.
What they just need to do is add aberration into the cave system of Ragnarok.
Expert, no, we are not. That is still going on Friday. I have the last boss to beat on Friday.
Yeah, I think we have probably this week is going to be the last week of Darksiders 2. Hopefully.
I know it will be for me.
I fucking hates that game.
Hopefully. Okay. We keep saying hopefully through the whole fucking thing. But yeah,
game isn't that bad.
For Magic, it is.
It's just rage, man. It's just bringing up these
guns,
dark. It's bringing up these dark feelings.
Magic's gonna have nightmares about that game, but I'm actually kind of looking forward to Darksiders 3 whenever that comes out, if it's not out already.
But after that, next week will be FE. Depending on how long that game is, the next week I will probably be doing Unravel or Unravel 2. I don't know yet.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
We're still working on that. We have a couple more then to we got to discuss at our meetings, but yeah, we'll figure that out.
So if you guys wonder wherever, okay, I'll come back and watch you on Friday though. I hope so, man. I've seen you've been streaming and stuff like that. I'm sorry I haven't been able to make it in. But yeah, no, there's a bunch of games that we've been talking about. So,
and guys, if there's any games, even like any of the games we've suggested or that we're gonna be playing, throw them up in our Discord. Or any of our mods in, or anybody got a moment to just throw up the Discord links.
I know hockey.
And just send us a DM. Let us know what you guys are excited about, not excited about. any critiques about the games that we have played, ones
Right.
that we're going to play. Just don't give away the story. Please, no spoilers.
Yeah.
That's all we ask.
See you next time. I'm gonna search for some Darksiders 2 streams. All right, expert. I will see you. I will see you on Friday, man.
Have a good
one. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate that. But yeah, no, there's some games out there that we're really looking forward to. I wish they had a release date for Ghost, the Ghost game.
Yeah,
that game looks awesome.
I want that game. Oh, Hawk, were you here for that?
What?
No, you'll have to send them a link to it so you can
I'll
watch the
send them
trailer.
link. Actually, I put it in Discord.
Yeah.
It goes to Tsushima or Tsushima.
Yeah, that's a really
Samurai
tough one.
game.
Yeah.
But that one seems like one of the most anticipated games for me, at least.
There is another one similar to that though. Another one that came out that is actually was it Konami or somebody that made it. That was really hype. It was another like ancient Japan style samurai thing that looks really good too.
Yeah, we can check it out.
I just can't think of the name of it right now.
Either of our guests tonight have anything they want to just...
Yeah.
Hey, topics, brochachos and brochachas.
I don't know if Panda is still here with us. She is, but she's quiet.
Sorry, me and Stormin talk a lot on these, and we don't mean to talk over you guys.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So if you guys want to talk about anything, feel free. Just
take it away.
Yeah, just jump in. Let us, shut the hell up for a minute.
It's solid, yo. I mean, I just don't have like a lot of topics. I mean, there was one game that my friend introduced me to that was pretty fun. Horizon Zero Dawn.
We actually had Pale Rider was mentioning that.
Yeah, that's a good game. I've watched through that. It's more going towards the mechanical mixed with the old.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in Magic's boat where it's more like I love the medieval kind of stuff, like For Honor. I know Magic isn't a big fan of For Honor.
I have it.
Still,
I think it's fun.
It's so fucking brutal. I love it.
But it's not for everybody. That's
Don't
another.
Get me wrong. I still watch it For Honor, guys.
That's
don't
another.
Get me wrong. I watch it. I just don't play it.
But it's another game that kind of fell off the map as well. Where
because the game is broken as hell.
The game is broken, very, and they're trying to release it for consoles now. I don't know. Why don't they fix the game before they?
For Honor is on console.
No, like they're trying to promote it more. Sorry. They made certain things free, and they're adding things into the game like add-ons without the game being stable, which makes no sense.
Now, what would be cool, and I know God of War did it, but why not bring a game like For Honor kind of sucked at this, but like Vikings versus just samurais, and it's literally just weapon against weapon, but it's an all-out war between them where it's literally like hordes, like you're going to fight like online like wars with people from those genres, like an aspect of like Call of Duty meets Sword and Shield, 5v5 sword on sword like type deal. I know that For Honor is kind of like that, but it's different. If you guys can kind of understand what I'm getting.
Why don't we just bring up the War of the Ages, not this age, but last age, Pirates versus Ninjas?
That would be cool. But that would be something.
I mean, well, here's my problem with For Honor. It's not entirely skill based. All right, I mean, granted, there's a lot of skill that goes into For Honor. Don't get me wrong. I played the shit out of the game. I got pretty decent. But if you get lucky with a pack, right, and you get better armor for your character, you automatically can take more damage than anybody else just starting out.
Right, but
Not
even
only that, it's system based as well. If you have a better system than somebody else, your reaction time and your
is going to be much better.
Like it's so much better. You instantly have an advantage over somebody else. So not necessarily do you even need skill to win. You could just have a better system that's able to beat theirs.
Exactly. That's why I like Storm's idea of like if it was like Call of Duty, like let's say you could like make your own class and stuff, right? So like let's say if you're a Viking, you could pick 2 axes or an axe and a shield, and just mix and match, whatever the fuck. But it was just all skill based. No advanced armors, no nothing, just sword on sword, axe on axe. It was just.
I'd even
out
be
war.
willing
I thought
to
that'd be
have that in
badass.
I'd even have that willing to be in a battle royale. Like if it was just the highest weapon you could get was a freaking bow, like.
Right, and that would be fine, but it's all gun based now. Like I think that the Pirates and Ninjas thing, we all know where we sit here. At least I hope so. We don't
I
know.
hope so.
We don't know.
The right one.
We don't know where Panda stands on that. We don't know if she's a pirate or ninja. But me and Magic, we already know where we're at. But
I'm Blue Black Ops for life, yo.
But I think that the Pirates and Ninja thing would be cool. But how would they implement that?
That was like a decade ago.
I know. But how would they implement that into a game is what's the issue, instead of it's not like we.
Well, guys, I don't know if you were around back when. Well, Norman, I know you were. They used to have a show where they would take 2 old warriors, okay, and they take the modern
Deadliest Warrior.
They would fight them against each other using like
so
real world statistics.
Bullshit,
and
though.
And I know we lost, Norman. I know
we did
Pirate
lose.
won with fucking blunderbuss us in the face. But that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is they should do that kind of thing and use real world statistics in that kind of thing, and then bring that into a game where literally that you can just have 2 teams going against each other, or you can pick your class and have a battle royale that way. It doesn't have to be just the 2 classes either. You could have multiple, but it needs to be like a base level where everyone is equal.
Yeah, well, then
go from there.
And that's the thing. I think that would be a really cool concept that nobody's touched on, and I think that if they did bring that to console or PC or all 3 or everything, I think that would take off well, because there's always going to.
Their old market.
Because
older crowd.
Well, because they're gonna hit that, but not only that, but you have those people that like Assassin's Creed, which is like a pirate ninja style thing. They're gonna hit all of that stuff. They're gonna hit the battle royale aspect of it. Like I was telling Hawk, there's a game called PlanetSide 2 where it's like a 24/7 war. Yeah, maybe a gun war or whatever, but do that with like pirates, Vikings, and ninjas, where you have 3 factions, but it's all hand-to-hand shit. Yeah. Or I think that would be a really cool concept that they could do, and I think that would take off really well.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I wish. All right, so have you guys seen the original ARC trailers?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, see, that's where I wish, like, they focused more on not the dinos, but the systems and how the game plays out, like, and the structures and buildings. Because you see the trailers, and it's actually sophisticated. Like the buildings are sophisticated.
Oh,
the tribe
yeah.
is like
it looks
system. There's like a
amazing
coherence that just goes in.
Right.
But then you go online, you see these bases, and it's like turret there, turret there, turret there. It's like, what the fuck is this? No,
right.
I came here for primal survival, not this shit. That's why that's why I also love Ragnarok, because it shows you the ancient buildings and all the stuff. I just wish there was more stuff we could interact with like that, like more structures and stuff.
Yeah, when you watch the original ARC trailer, they have like the traders, they have the the people who are like, it's a full town set up that's not necessarily walled off,
right?
But is more of like a community-based place that is like a no man's, it's a safe, where everyone can kind of do their own thing and trade, and then maybe be enemies outside of that place. That's fine. But that's never how it looks in any server, and you guys all know that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you read the lore, like I know I spent hours on Xbox collecting all the lore and stuff, collecting everything, every last note, and read through all of them. It's completely different than the gameplay, and I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's not that it's different. It's that's what the community has made it.
The community made it that way. The devs had nothing to do with it.
No.
I know.
But unfortunately, what the devs have done, though, is they've pushed
futuristic shit.
not even that. It's the devs had to kind of convert to that way of thinking. So the newer games and the newer DLCs are not. They're no longer that original Ark-esque,
Right.
but have gone into, okay, you guys want to do it, fine, we'll do it this way kind of deal.
Right, they had to
Where
kind of
now it's
transform where they didn't want to, but they had
Exactly.
to.
Because
Just to
they wanted
keep up with the times.
Exactly. They're trying to keep that audience and retain it because right now,
They're not.
all these event stuff that they're posting, like even the event now, guys, I understand the archaeology dig that is going on right now. Awesome. That's great. But when they tried, whatever they tried to do and implement it into Ark, it failed.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Failed. And
They're having so
everybody
much
knows that.
backlash right now. It's
Yeah. The Twitter and the Facebook posts, oh my god. They are getting such backlash for this whole thing. It's ridiculous. But then immediately after they dropped that event, now they just released Extinction to kind of cover their ass.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on. Is everyone just went, well, forget about that, screw up we just made,
Yeah. And it's so hard because, that, unfortunately, that's what the new age wants to see is futuristic shit when there's so much of the market that doesn't even want to see that.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
not just
they need
it's not just us. There's so many people out there that are like, why
They
are
would rather shy away from guns, like
right? Yeah, that why aren't we doing shit
let's go
the old school way?
free guns. Let's
Yeah.
go free guns for a little while.
Magic, you know what they should do is why don't they make like a similar concept to Mario Party but for the PlayStation? Like instead
They
of like
just haven't done it, man.
instead of like
listen,
Mario Party,
like it.
have like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot and a bunch of other players like characters from the PlayStation to but bring
that's-
in that kind of like game board
Well, you
concept.
realize that that's what like Nintendo decided to go with the new Smash Brothers they're going to be making. Literally, they have taken every damn Nintendo character they could freaking come up with
I know.
and are throwing into that new game.
I know,
and
but that's
and it's gonna be ridiculously amazing, but at the same time, it's for Nintendo.
yeah, but no, that's what I mean is they should make something similar like Mario
I
Party or
know.
something like that for us streamers. It's not only just us that we want to see that, but to have something that you can play with like 4 players or whatever have you, depending on whoever
Yeah.
joins in first. But have
That's
that
the couch co-op mode. I'd rather play.
right.
I mean, have the couch co-op mode, but also make it
Make it online, which would be awesome, and I think we would get a lot more people to come in and be interactive with us, and it would be a competitive thing, but also getting to know people how like it would just be a very fun time. Like I know I'm sure I can speak for a lot of people. Mario Party is probably one of the best party games out there.
I love Mario Party.
And to see something like that to PlayStation with like instead of Mario characters, like have like PlayStation characters, like from like
Like the
maybe
Spyro,
have
the Crash Bandicoot, the Ratchet and Clank,
right,
Yeah.
Yes.
Rayman, even some of the Tekken
Banjo
characters,
Kazooie.
all of that shit. All of that shit would be awesome. Like bring out the characters from the old school that people be like, I haven't seen this character in forever. This game looks really cool, and I would like to play it. And not only that, but the mini party games were super fun in those.
Yeah, the only thing is that both I'll say the next gen console, mind you, Nintendo
Yeah.
has its next gen, but I'm saying like the big guys, the Xbox and Sony, they're just competing with graphics, so
I
they're
know.
not concerned about the old games anymore. They're going for the newest and greatest and best graphics.
But I
They're
guarantee
pushing the systems, to the
limits.
the melting point here.
I know, but I guarantee if they made games like we talked about, like within the next year, you know how fucking much those games would take off. The nostalgia of all the people from our generation, and even now, like that play the new Mario Party or
I agree.
like
And
Mario
I've
Kart
even-
or anything like that.
Yeah, and I've even mentioned this before, like Jump Force. How many times, guys? Not in stream, but I have beaten the hell out of this Norman before that they needed to make this game.
They had one similar, but it wasn't the same.
I know, and I said that. I said it wasn't the same, and I wanted something. So I'm hoping that Jump Force is gonna be what I expect.
The only thing is it's not like a 2D semi 3D style,
I
and
know.
that's the only
And that's
point.
what I wanted.
That's
I
the
wanted,
only
like-
thing that disappoints me, and that's why.
I
What is
wanted,
it?
like,
Jump Stars was
no idea.
similar. It's like that, but it's the style of what we're talking about.
Okay.
So you got to think
But
of it like that.
that's where I wanted that to go, and I'm curious to see how they're gonna actually make that game. But at the same time, if they try to make it too 3D like the new Dragon Ball or whatever the hell it is.
But that's not even that 3D. They went more with like the kind
not the one,
of.
no,
old
not the one that
2D.
you play. Not the one you play.
You mean
The other one.
Xenoverse 2?
Oh,
that's what-
Xenoverse. Yeah.
Not see like that 3D. I'm not big on, which is that kind of it looks just like it. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
from the trailer.
It's gonna be disappointing.
I'd rather have like they're talking to having 2 or 3 characters have the same health bar. They need to do that, but like Tekken style.
Yes.
Like that's 3D too, but that's more like you're fighting on a 2D thing.
But
But
see,
you can
Tekken-
shift, you know what I mean?
but Tekken has perfected what they do. Like that's just Tekken, and that's how Tekken's
I
always
understand
been.
it. And that's why
And
I want
even-
to take a leaf out of their book. You know what I mean?
Even on the first PlayStation, they had that like roundabout like sidestepping thing like that, where because Street Fighter tried to do it.
A lot of Mortal Kombat took on that too, though. They did that way back in the day on the N64. You were able
Right.
to sidestep when you could.
And
when
then-
you were in Goro's temple and he could throw the rocks.
And then they went back to the traditional style in Mortal Kombat X, where
Mhm.
it's 2v2 or 1v1, however have you. But
Well, in Alliance, you could still do it. Alliance, you were still able to move.
well, that's
Wasn't
because it was
first
on the
introduced
same
pairs.
console as well.
Yeah,
but-
that was when they first introduced being able to switch characters mid-round.
But that's not neither
Alliance.
here nor there. We're talking about like party fighting games like Smash Brothers and stuff like that. I just think that if they would have done it like even Realms of Ether, that was a game that one of our followers had mentioned to us. That was similar to Smash Brothers. Like, why couldn't they do that with
Yeah, they just came up with random characters for that, I think, right?
Right, yeah, and it was like based off of elements and things like that, which is a cool idea.
Right.
But why can't they do that on PlayStation? I think that the 3D world thing is going to kill it. Even though it's hype, I think it's only going to be hype for a little while, and then it's just going to fall off. I think
Yeah, I
that
think so,
people are going to really like the new Smash Brothers. Unfortunately, it's a Nintendo exclusive, which is awesome because I love Nintendo, but the fact that it's for Nintendo and that makes it hard
Yeah,
without a
it's
game
serious.
capture card or anything like that, it's going to be tough. And that's something that people want to see that I can't just necessarily go out and blow $400 on a new game system like I did.
Yeah, I mean,
You
you're
know.
talking game system, game capture card.
That's like
The works.
$700-800. Like, yeah, I bought a streaming PC and stuff like that, but that's for my career. I understand that people are going to want to see this, but without having an income for that stuff, particularly since I work, and I have to pay bills, it's going to be difficult.
That's where you guys come in. I'm just kidding.
I'm so weak.
But
yeah. I mean, that would be a great thing to see. But again, I just don't see with the bigger contenders fighting the way they're fighting right now. They don't even consider Nintendo a contender right now, if you think about it.
yeah, but Nintendo
So they're
has
just
always...
not gonna go that way.
But you have to remember,
But I think
Nintendo's always been strong. Even if they're not a contender and they're not in the big game, they always have sales, always, and they always will. Except for this,
oh yeah,
the new box thing they have for the Switch. I think that's
that thing is
neither
so stupid.
here nor there. But
The thing is so dumb. But yeah, no, I totally agree. And the Switch did take off.
yep,
However, multiple companies tried suing them, but we won't talk about that. Just because the handheld idea, a lot of companies tried to say they stole it.
But they
But
didn't.
Nintendo, yeah, and I don't know if they're gonna be putting this new game on the Switch or how that's gonna work. I don't know.
Well, and what I think is stupid is the companies that tried to sue them for the handheld thing. Wii U did it before anybody else, so.
No, the removable. They tried to get the other companies try to sue Nintendo because there used to be a screen that was a tablet that you could hook controllers up to, and they said that the Switch stole that idea to make the new console. So they were just trying to make a payday. That's all.
Yeah, I know.
It is what it is, guys. They lost the lawsuit, and it is what it is. But anyway, if they make a game like that for PlayStation, I'd definitely play it.
No, oh, for sure. I just think that it needs to be more, you know.
Yeah,
But I think
Yeah.
that if they make that, they have to be careful about copying ideas from Nintendo, and that's what they're worried about. Like, so I see the sides of where the big companies are coming from. It's just,
well, you know what's gonna happen is, the Sony's gonna shoot itself in the that way because Nintendo has rights to all the characters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the characters that they have in that one Battle Royale game, all those characters are
Right.
either owned or associated through Nintendo.
Correct.
Sony's gonna have a bitch of a time trying to do that because trying to get all these different companies to go, okay, Sony, yeah, you can use
But
our
you have
character.
to
How
remember
much you gonna pay me?
But you
know
have
what
to
I mean?
remember all the characters that PlayStation has created on their own. There is quite a lot. They just
Yes, but
don't
the
bring
big
them
name
out.
Characters are not, and that's what I'm getting at. The
Sonic.
big name characters.
Sonic is actually a PlayStation character or Sega, but
It's
Nintendo.
Sega.
Yeah, but
Sega.
Which it's Sega, but Nintendo and them have an agreement, and
yeah,
that's why Sonic is in Smash Brothers Brawl, and
Mm-hmm.
has continued to be in. Even what was it, Metroid? Same thing. That was Sega.
but Metroid has
That was Sega.
Nintendo had pretty much all the
They
rights
adopted
of yeah. Because if
They
you figure,
adopted it, but it
because
was
even
originally for the Sega.
true, but there
But
are
that's what I mean. Is as long as the companies that are associated like with Nintendo and Sega, that's great. They're able
Yeah.
to communicate and be like, hey, we'll use your characters, we'll promote your shit.
yeah.
Sony, on the other hand, like it would be like Sony going to Fortnite and going to PUBG and being like, hey guys, we're gonna take 2 of your characters and put them in the same game. How you feel about that? You realize the backlash and the hate. And
Yeah.
the, fuck no. Sony won't even cross plat with freaking Xbox, and they're the contenders. Like, are you kidding me? How much money would they make if they did cross-platform games?
But you know what's funny?
But yeah,
is,
instead, they're
is,
so butthurt at each other that they won't do it.
you know what's funny though is Sony actually gave the rights to Nintendo to use Snake in their game.
They did, absolutely.
So I
Because
don't.
They did it because Sony did not believe that character would fit into their game, so they didn't think that it would have any impact on their stuff at all. And
Yeah.
to be honest, it didn't. It didn't have anything. It did very little to impact.
No,
Like, he's
right.
not a main. He's not a main character. Like, it's not just he makes an appearance in like the what do you want to call it, the campaign storyline.
Yeah.
He wasn't a main character esque. Like, he wasn't the Mario. He wasn't the
Yeah.
the Peach, the Luigi.
Right.
The Pit. Even Pit was a main character, and Pit's strictly, I think.
Kid of
part
Icarus
of-
or Kid Icarus.
Yeah. I mean, but he's been in all of the Smash Brothers, I believe, right?
No.
I could be wrong, guys. I apologize.
He wasn't in Melee.
Correct. He wasn't in Melee. You are correct. But anyway, Sony did lend out that character and didn't make a big stink about it. But if Xbox had asked Sony to do that, you realize they would have been like, "Fuck you,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they just butt heads constantly, and it is such a nightmare to have any cross-platform games, and yet it would be if they were to just be compatible and agree to like the same servers. I understand there might be some programming bullshit that they got to deal with, and making the game so that they're each able to, whatever they need to do. But it would make so much sense for them to do that because they would sell. They could even make it so that it could be an addition or an add-on or whatever. They could make so much money off of it.
They really
True, but you have to remember that if they do that,
their legal departments would have to get involved.
They're gonna shoot. They're just gonna try to screw each other over at that.
But instead of fighting, isn't it? This goes for everything. Instead of fighting, isn't it easier to collaborate than it is to just keep fucking trying to outdo each other?
Yeah, but, I don't know, that's always just been the song and dance of Xbox and Sony.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, Nintendo just sits back and goes.
But that's because Nintendo continues to be original.
They're revolutionizing all this bullshit, like the handheld, the motion controls, and then Sony and Xbox try to copy them with their stupid.
And they can't do it. Yeah.
They can't do it.
But
because
even
Nintendo, instead of fighting, is just developing.
But even Nintendo had done Switch, has done Fortnite too. So
the only but that's because they actually listened to their viewers, and their viewers asked, their community asked, "Hey, can we get this game?" And look at, they got it cross-plat, and there was no stink.
Right.
Meanwhile, like if Sony had created, or if Xbox had created Fortnite and then wanted it to be cross-plat with, whatever server the other company has, Sony to Xbox to Sony.
Right.
They would have been like, no. I mean, even look at just now. I just talked about this earlier, where Sony went, fuck you, to mobile Fortnite. Like, they said no. They flat out went no. And now the backlash they're getting in the media is
so awesome.
It's completely warranted, and I totally agree with it. But at the same time, why? Why is Sony so butthurt? Like, why? Just accept what your audience wants to see, do it, and get the hell over it. Like,
I support their decision though.
I do too. But I'm just saying at the same time, I'm the majority here saying that Fortnite shouldn't be.
Yeah, we're against
Sony
the majority.
should listen to what the majority says and just do it. And then it's just one game. Like, Sony, just do it. Like, not a huge deal. And I get it if you got to go through legal and whatever else. But at the same time, like, do you want to lose what little following you have for Fortnite because you don't want to make it compatible with mobile? Or
I don't think that they'll ever lose that because people are so stuck on it. I do. But even if it falls off, like in a year, it'll be back popular again, and that's just how these types of games are.
Well, listen, this battle royale thing is gonna end soon. I don't know when, but eventually it's gonna end. Like
at some point,
like every good game does. Look at guys, survival games used to be the thing before this. Survival games were a big thing. The open world survival games, and mind you, they're still out there. Guys, there's one that I want to try called Substance.
Yeah.
I haven't really delved too much into it, but it's a real world, real situational game like Ark, except modern, and people attack you. But at the same time, who's heard of Substance? Nobody. Who's heard of Royal Realm or whatever the fuck you want to call it?
Everybody.
Everybody. You know why?
It's because
everybody's playing it because it's a fucking battle royale game.
Yeah.
Mind you, if you look at Substance and go and look at the graphics for that game, you'd be like, "Holy crap! Why are
why are people playing this?" It's because either
Exactly.
they play Fortnite or they're playing Ark for a survival game, and even now Conan Exiles came out.
Well, listen, Conan did a good job. Conan came out, but listen, Conan came out a while ago.
No, I know that. I know.
This is the remaster or rework or finally releasing, but this is a game that's been in development, not something new.
No, I know. I've looked into it.
They just came out with it. Yeah, I mean, but it's good. It is attracting an audience somewhat, but I think they're gonna lose out still. I still think they're gonna lose out to the battle royale games.
Yeah, I think a lot of games are losing out to those right now, and it's unfortunate because there's a lot of good games. Why do you think we play? I hope you guys have a great night. behave yourselves, and we'll chat to you tomorrow if possible. Thank you, Good Girl, for joining in. Thank you for the kind
Thanks,
words.
good girl.
Have a good night, guys.
We'll
Have
see
a
you.
good night, Good Girl. I hope you are able to
Thank
get
you,
on.
bro.
And we know you're on vacation right now, but thank you for joining in and coming in on your vacation to come and say hello. But I think so many games, like, that's why when we did Playthrough Fridays, we wanted to pick games that were not so known, but games that are going to be like, oh, what's this? This is kind of interesting. Catch people's attention to bring in these people that may have not seen these games. You know, we can't...
I'd love to take some of the Fortnite audience. Come and watch
Yeah,
other stuff.
absolutely, yeah. Like,
You guys have seen enough Fortnite to last your lifetime. Just come on back. Come on back.
come back to reality. There's other games out
Everybody
there.
knows what Fortnite is, and everyone's seen it. What else could you possibly watch on there that you haven't seen already?
We gotta see Ninja get his 1000th win.
Nobody cares.
But
Right?
like I said, what I'm getting at is literally you're not gonna see anything new. Why are you still watching it?
yeah, come see something new.
Magic.
Nobody
New
wants them.
skins. We gotta see our character
The
dance.
new
somebody.
the new skins that are purely aesthetic and that people pay for.
Yeah.
Are you guys out of your damn mind? They're aesthetic. They do nothing for you. If they increased your character, fine.
But no, they don't.
But magic, you know.
Hawk,
they have to
you're
see
not
the
gonna win
character
this.
dance.
No, I want to hear it though.
I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah.
I know.
But they have to see their character dance after, you know, every kill. You know,
I
the
can
new
dance.
dances,
I can
that's what it's
dance
all-
after every kill in Call of Duty, but everybody's watched it and they all know what to expect. It's the same thing with Fortnite.
Exactly.
Hell, I got sack tapped in yesterday.
Yeah.
I know she was so wrong, but it was funny.
But I mean, come check out our playthroughs. We play, and that's one thing that, like, we can't stress enough. We play games that we want to play, and I know a lot of streamers hate that, and they recommend not to do it. But that's who we are. We like these types of games, and we want to bring audiences to come check out these games and open their horizons to something
We're
new.
gonna show you guys the games that we want you to check out
Yeah.
and that are
Diablo 3?
worth looking at.
Did you say Diablo 3?
Anybody can tell you,
Diablo
hey,
3?
have you seen Fortnite? And you'll be like, yeah. Hello.
Have you seen?
Have you been under a fucking rock for like the last like month? Like,
But you say, have you seen the first tree? And they're like, what the fuck is that?
Actually,
Hawk
I didn't
said
even know
that.
what the first tree was.
Have you seen Rhyme? Have you seen Journey? Have you seen Maze?
Yo,
exactly.
yeah,
Those are all games we have
fantastic.
played.
So notes, Norvin. If they're PlayStation exclusives, I haven't seen them, or if they're
They're-
like some kind of exclusive that wasn't like.
They're
Some
not.
of those aren't even PlayStation games. The
Nope.
first tree-
The first tree is
Like
not a PlayStation game. Rhyme is a game that was actually free that we played, and millions of people have already played it. But ask
I know,
me.
but until recently, I've only gotten.
I know Xbox. You
But
say
at the same time, it wasn't. Hawk, it
PlayStation-
wasn't just directed at you. It was
No,
it's
no,
at
no, no.
everybody.
it's at
I know
all
what
the
I'm saying,
people
but,
out there.
It's some of these games are like they're unheard of because we don't have the systems. Like that's where Sony. That's where we're going back to what Magic said. Sony and Xbox bumping heads. I mean,
But what's funny is most of these games you can actually get on Steam. They're all like on PC as well.
yeah, I know, but like
Most of them. I can't say all of
afford
them.
that shit right now. I got $4 in my wallet. That's it.
No, we're not saying
broke
that,
as
but,
fuck.
but we're trying to bring the aspects out that, hey, there's games that are awesome that you guys have thrown under the radar. And that's why, like, I give props to these people that play indie games, because these are games that you might not see, and some of them are really cool.
Oh, indie games are lit. What's shit? What was the one indie game? It was really popular for a while.
Binding of Isaac?
I don't. Wait.
Dead Cells. There's a new one out right now, Wizard of Legend, that's really cool.
There's. I can't find it. It was. I don't know. All I know is that there was a lot of there was indie games have a lot of potential.
Well, and it's the same thing like where horror games went for a while on the PC. Everybody was on Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's sucks. It's not even
But
like a
no-
real, like horror game.
But this is the point I'm getting. Where Fortnite is to PlayStation, Five Nights at Freddy's was to computers. People wanted that. It got so big they even made plushies of these things. You know
I
what
was
I mean?
gonna say they did make a big hype on it, but now it's gone. But again, I guarantee it'll pick up again right around October, and that goes for Friday the 13th. That goes for all those the Slender Man.
But I'm not. I am gonna play
Whatever.
horror games, but I'm not playing those horror games. I'm playing games that people may not have played. Like one of the games that I plan on playing is Claire. That is going to be kind of like a pixelated like horror game, but it looks really cool, and I think it'll be interesting to play it.
What was the do you guys remember the horror game? It's like you had to run around like a prison or some shit, and you only had like a camera and stuff. And you
Yeah,
had to hide.
that
You're
was
talking about Outlast.
Outlast.
Outlast. That was a scary ass game.
Yeah,
And it was well
great.
made.
It was hilarious.
It was
Like,
well made.
Outlast haunted me.
Yeah, I actually played Outlast on the Xbox a long time ago.
Yeah,
Long
man,
time ago.
Outlast. And then
But
they
yeah,
came out
it's
with the second one. Like,
super
I wish
creepy,
horror
yeah.
games were like, horrifying instead of just, oh, here's a jump
Well,
scare here.
oh,
and there, like,
okay.
bye.
So if we're gonna talk about that, who even knows Silent Hill besides the movies?
Duh. That I first played the game before the movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nowadays, they're like, oh, what's Silent Hill? And you know what kind of really bugged me when they did PT? There was a super hype about that because that was supposed to be the new Silent Hill game, and that never got released, even though it looked really good.
The original Silent Hill. Nothing will ever beat the
No, I played the.
fuck of that game.
I played number 2, which is Shattered Memories, for the Wii. I played that on the Wii, and that game was awesome. That was a really fun fucking game. But you ask the new generation what Silent Hill is, they're gonna say the movies.
The movie? I mean, it was okay.
They'll be like, I don't get it.
But that's
Yeah.
not, you ask somebody who the hell Pyramid Head is, and they're like, what the fuck's that? That sounds creepy as fuck. It's like, well,
Well, then you haven't watched, Silent Hill.
Or,
but the games were creepier.
The games are definitely creepier.
I just miss like the games where it was like the horror games at least, where it wasn't just like pop-up scares or ghosts or anything like that, like
Mhm.
where it was like gore and like you would turn around and they would just be like chasing the shit out of you, not
Well,
like
that's what
you turn a
Outlast
corner
was.
and, hi, I'm right here. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Outlast, they literally chased you down until you were dead or you hid somewhere. And you
Yeah.
couldn't fight back. Like, you literally couldn't fight back at all.
And that was the same with Silent Hill.
Yeah, Silent Hill was literally just sneaking around. You couldn't fight
Yeah.
back.
But like I haven't seen that like in new horror games.
You
where
won't.
I mean,
You won't because
You won't.
most of them are like Five Nights at Freddy's or
Guys, you need a gun.
no, you
Don't
don't.
you know anything?
yeah. You need a gun against
You need a
enemy that
random
literally
gun that
takes
you
out.
will find in the middle of... No, just...
Yeah.
Exactly.
And don't worry about that armor, though. That armor...
Okay, right. I'm searching through a trash can in Bulgaria. Oh, what is that? Is that an M16? Yeah. Right.
With the box of ammo. Look at you.
With a box of, oh wow. It's my lucky day. I just won the Bulgarian lottery. Like,
But the only game that ever did it right for a horror genre that did have guns was Resident Evil. That's the only genre. But no, the only right. But these games that have went towards that, Resident Evil was like the first, besides Silent Hill, in the genre of like actual horror
I still
where
like the original Silent... Like, the original Resident Evil.
right and like Resident Evil 2.
They started making too much weird shit.
But Resident Evil,
Mutations got out of hand.
Resident Evil 2 was good as well. Like that one was okay. The whole puzzle aspects in
I
it
hated
was
how
fun.
that started. You literally started against a firewall.
Yeah, it was rough, but it was still a good game.
I mean, well, here's my big issue with like certain games, like where they try to pass them off as horror games or like horror shooters. Step away from the zombies, people.
Well,
I'm
the
sorry.
only game that should have ever been that way was Resident Evil because they're the ones that had even started that whole genre
You're
of a
wrong.
horror game.
Wrong.
No.
Wrong.
No.
Of a horror.
Dead.
Huh?
House of the Dead.
Right, but I'm talking about a
Off of
walkthrough
a
game.
movie, yes. Off of a movie, yes. But House of the Dead, the old arcade game, was the original. Like,
But that
with
wasn't.
zombies.
But that wasn't like I'm talking about horror aspect, like the walk around and try to figure shit out game.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
this
like,
is just shoot zombies.
That wasn't.
Did you guys ever play like Dead Island? Like,
No.
you know what I'm talking about?
I've heard of it, but no, I've never played it.
It's like that. I'm just trying to say, like, zombies have been so overplayed these past however many years. It's just, oh, what's that? A zombie horde? So scary. Like now you see kids like, oh, cool, that's a zombie. Like, let me go touch it. Like,
Let me go touch it.
we're not scared of zombies anymore. We just want to.
Yeah, zombies aren't scary anymore. Zombies aren't scary anymore. Look at what is it? Daisy and 7 Days to Die.
Yeah.
And
Now,
Yeah, man.
okay,
like fuck out those games.
you know what would be a cool concept if we're talking about horror games. Why don't
What?
they make a horror game based off of like Cabin Fever? Cabin Fever. No, the whole not the aspect like of the movie.
You mean like everything together?
Right, like where one person at the like say one have it be like a game of tag, kind of like
Well then do it this way. Listen, the whole like your own storyline, just like in Cabin Fever. Each person, as soon as they touched or picked up an item related to a horror film, that thing was released.
right, and that's the idea I'm getting at, where like say like in Cabin Fever, where one person's had gotten the fever, and anybody that had come in contact with such and such a thing had gotten it, where you don't know who has it, and it's kind of like a kind of cat and mouse thing where you got to figure out who has it. I think
Listen,
that
they have something like that, Snorban. I forget what the name of it is, and I apologize that it does. But there's a game where everybody's trapped in a house, and one person is infected, and whenever the lights go out, that person can hunt down and kill
right, and I've
the
seen
other
that.
people.
I've seen that,
And-
but
when the lights are on, the whole job is to point out who the killer is. But at the
Correct.
same time, you're like, and this is an online game where it's a community thing, which would be hilarious to play, guys. If you ever want to do that, let me know.
yeah.
But
It does sound pretty fucking.
yeah, so
that
like
sounds
one
hilarious.
person, yeah, one person's the killer, and you don't know who it is. And their whole mission is to fool you the entire time.
But I'm talking about where it's one person and it's just plain in the open, but you don't know. And that you have like a set amount of time, like say you have like 3 minutes or 4 minutes, and it's through like a huge mansion, and say you have to, either you kill the person or don't get infected. That's where I'm trying to go with it. I think escaping away from the zombies is a good idea, because zombies are getting bashed in the skull, like, and that's not a pun intended, but that's just how it's going for horror games.
I think taking like all the from Cabin Fever, you remember all the different, taking something from every horror film and locking it up beneath the house, okay, and then having somebody have
wasn't
to figure out
Cabin Fever though. That was a different movie, I think.
No, it was the new one.
Oh
And having
yeah.
and having to walk through this house, figuring out a story or a plot, but everything you touch has a consequence. So you pick up a clue, and it happens to be, a hatchet or a machete, and suddenly Jason
appears, or yeah.
Yeah, and he's released somewhere in the house or somewhere outside the house, wherever, it's placed around a lake. He's, suddenly he's released from the bottom of the lake. Or if you, anything, like you touch a thing as, Friday's release, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm just getting at that fact of you touch something in a popular horror film, or even some that aren't known, it's released into a map or a.
Yeah, like you
area.
accidentally fucking pick up a seed and pumpkin heads like fucking just stalking you outside, something like that, or like a gold coin
Exactly, but you
and
still have
the
to go
leprechaun.
through, and if you figure out, I mean, there could be weapons, there can be whatever, but everything for the most part in horror films is pretty immortal.
Yeah.
Minus like zombies, you might be able to pick up like a gun or a bat or whatever and beat them and whatever. But anyway, having that, but if you figure out the storyline before you die, then you
Yeah.
win. You know what I mean? But if you summon all these things by accident by picking up clues that are non-relevant,
Yeah,
then you've got
yeah,
more problems to deal with.
And I think that would be a really cool like team building game. I think that would be a really good idea, and I think that somebody should get on it. But it's going to we're only so many,
Spread the word, guys. Spread the word.
That would be an awesome game. I would love to play that type of deal.
Yeah, I mean,
see, look at this guy. Look at this guy over here.
It would kind of be like Clue, but with monsters instead of a selected killer.
I mean, you could have legit like anything, like
like
any
Halloween
you can
DLC.
think of.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, horror games, they don't really even movies now. Like, it's always just the same shit.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like, I'm a horror movie buff. I always have been. My favorite horror movie is always going to be the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But horror movies back in the day pushed the envelope, and they always will.
Everything's a remake.
Everything, not only that, but either it's a fucking jump scare or a ghost movie.
Oh, ghosts are the huge thing right now.
I mean, alright, so what is it? They're really sucking with like murder movies. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I think everybody's just not original anymore. And it sucks to have to say that, but literally, like in every aspect of every frame of every life thing, movies, games, books, everything, nothing is original anymore. Everything is just a spin-off or a remake. Or what
have you seen Hush?
Yep.
Have you seen the movie Hush?
Yeah, it was awful.
Sucked.
Okay, if we're gonna talk about like the worst horror movie that has come out recently, The Babadook.
Dude, you don't even get the fucking storyline at the end. Suddenly it's their fucking friend and that's it. That's the end. You don't know why. And you don't ever get to see it. It's
it's so stupid.
Literally, like, you guys know the Scary Movie series?
Like the funny ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're just making themselves now.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah, they're literally, they are. They're absolutely making this.
That's it.
And yet they haven't for a while, and I wish they would come up with
Yeah.
because those are fucking hilarious. I love the fact that they make fun of scary movies that are just not scary.
You know what slasher movies that were kind of like under the radar, but were still pretty good, was the Scream movies.
Up till a certain one.
Scream.
The first two were really good.
Yes, the first two were good, but after that they started going downhill. Just like they were trying to make a series out of something that shouldn't have been.
A series, yeah. But they were still good. Yeah. And if you guys want a really like good horror movie, and I know like nobody here probably has seen it, and it's a movie that it's probably one of the only movies I've ever had like a weird nightmare about for whatever reason. It's called Cut, C-U-T. And that movie, it's... So what happens in this movie is these people are trying to finish a movie that has said to be haunted. Because the guy that played the killer in the movie that they're trying to remake actually went and like slaughtered the whole like film team. So when they start filming where the movie left off, the killer comes out of the film. It's really good. If you guys have never seen it,
that goes in like the way of like Sinister right there, where they're coming out of the film.
But it's completely different because Sinister.
I know.
Yeah, but I know
for kids.
Yeah.
But yeah. Spoiler. Sorry.
Yeah.
Whoever hasn't seen Sinister, kids.
What is it?
Children of the Corn looking motherfuckers.
Those were good movies, though.
What?
Yeah, they were.
Children of the Corn.
Dude, my sister can't even. She's 22 or 21. I don't know, or one of those two, and she still can't go in fucking cornfields.
Fucking Damien.
Oh, I think Jeepers Creepers kind of drove me away from cornfields. Okay.
Jeepers Creepers.
The original one or the second one?
The original one. What the fuck is wrong with you? The original one. The second one was awful.
It was trash.
I mean, those movies never like really fucked with me. Like, one movie that really. All right, so you guys are gonna. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna be like, all right. So,
Eight-legged freaks.
Okay. Let's not.
Guys,
All
I'm
the Spider movies
terrified of
fucked me up.
spiders, so make sure when you
I
go
s-
and visit his Twitch to just spam.
Spam spiders. Yeah. No, don't do that.
Well,
He will hate
that
us.
was you,
Block the
buddy.
shit out of you. I swear to Bob.
Hey, man, I was
Um,
just name dropping for you.
Not
so-
you, not you, not
Yeah.
you. I'm talking about if they start posting spiders in my fucking chat, lose my shit. But yeah, no, spider movies fucked me up. Arachnophobia, all those movies fucked me up. Big fucking spider that freaked me out. No, do you guys remember the Ernest series?
Yeah.
Ernest
Like
Scared
Ernest
Straight.
goes to camp. Ernest scared. Yeah, I know all
Oh,
those.
okay.
Ernest Scared Straight fucked me up for the longest time. I always had dreams about that troll.
Yeah.
But it was the dumbest movie ever. Now I look back at it, because the only way you could kill him was with milk. Like
That's
it
almost
made
as
no
bad.
sense.
That's almost as bad as I know someone who's just scared of the movie Labyrinth. Okay.
I mean,
But that's a
no,
good movie.
When I was a kid, though, I was
It's a
like
fantastic
6 years
movie.
old
I
back
listened to the
then.
soundtrack today on Spotify.
Yeah.
Insane.
It messed me up when I was like 6. But now that I look back at it, I'm like, this movie sucks. Like, dumb as hell.
You
Like,
must have hated it then. The original.
No, I loved it.
When he
Loved it.
turned to the big fucking spider.
That didn't. I didn't really have like a serious feel for arachnophobia. That didn't come till I was a little bit older, and I was like, "Fuck that thing, fuck it." But
Fair
no,
enough.
that's another thing. My sister's horrified of clowns. Like, we need
I love the people who are horrified of clowns. Makes me laugh.
we need like horror films and stuff that cause phobias. Like, I know it's like
You want to see a really just a really messed up movie? Is Sick. It's called
Yeah.
Sick.
like
No.
you want to see kids cry.
Yeah.
Like,
I like.
sorry.
Yeah. If a horror film can make a child in the theater cry and I get to laugh,
Sick.
I'm all for it.
But it's called Sick. It's super
Yeah,
insane.
It's more the reaction, guys. It has nothing to do with
Super insane clown killer it's an acronym. It's S.I.C.K.
Yeah. We picked that up. Get that. Stick.
But that one's pretty traumatizing. It's a B-rated
this-
horror movie. Just
B-rated.
Serial
Sounds good.
Insane Clown Killer. Oh shit.
You've
What?
never
What?
I've seen that movie.
Oh, I've seen it.
Like-
I've seen it.
yeah, it's pretty disturbing.
A long time
For
ago.
for an older B-rated movie, it's pretty messed up.
Just like that movie Clown. Like,
Fuck
but a
that
suit. Just
Killer
a suit.
killer clowns from
Turns
outer
into
space.
Psychic. Yeah. Oh, if we're going with that, we might as well go with Tornado.
Huh?
Damn it.
Sorry, so,
What movie?
you say Sharknado.
Oh, Sharknado. Jesus Christ.
No. Do you know what movie? Like, it was a really good thriller for its time. It was really good. Like, I'm not gonna really call it a horror film, but it was like it kept people out of the water for a while. You guys know what I'm
Jaws?
about to say. Jaws
Jaws.
or Yaws.
Yas, man, yas. Shout out eye conditioning.
Yes, sir. But no, oh my God, Jaws. That started my fear of the ocean, man. Like, damn. I can play that on piano, but I'm not going to because. But no, it's movies like that.
You know what movie actually?
Because that was the first of its kind, man.
So
And
when
then
they-
Everything now is like Deep Blue remake,
when
It's-
47 meters down.
remake.
when the
anything that has a shark now is a remake.
when they
Yaws.
when the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie came out, when people went to go see that, and they're sitting in the theaters, they put the trailer for it up before they played the movies back in the day, like in the late 70s. They did that for movies, and almost 90% of the people that saw the trailer walked out before the movie even started.
Oh, you
Damn.
mean they didn't make? Oh, that's the new one. Never mind. I
The
was gonna say
the original one.
No, I like the new one where she just pulls her gun out of her and shoot. Yeah,
No, that was stupid. I'm talking about the
it was
original one.
hilarious. I laughed. I was like, "Wow, concealed weapon much?"
But what's
That's
what's
why I carry.
what's crazy though is a few years back, I think it was 2018 or 2008. The original killer that played Leatherface in the original movie died on my birthday.
I know
It's
someone who's. I know someone who's raffling off a bunch of Just memorabilia from certain movies, guys.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything from that movie.
Any Yaws shit? Yo.
No.
Yeah,
yes,
he's got,
yes, yes. He does. He has a picture.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He's got some knives from Halloween. He's got a machete
From Jason and masks.
and a mask, and a jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
all signed, guys. All
Yeah.
signed.
see, it sucks because on the topic of horror movies, but like when it comes to fear of the ocean, you see just a lot of, which me and Magic have great fears of the just wide ocean. It's just jump scares and all this aggressiveness of sharks, but you don't see any like really good horror movies like just based on ocean. Like, let's see. All right, so there's a new movie coming out called The Meg.
Meg.
The Meg, literally The Meg, which is short for
Shut up,
Megalodon.
Meg. I'm just kidding.
Oh shit, facts. But no, The Meg, and it's like a megalodon, that they just found like a random ass megalodon. Like, if they were to make that a horror movie, sorry to say, but that's just gonna suck.
Yeah.
Cause any movie that's like, oh, the shark's like the main antagonist, it's just
Jaws.
not Jaws.
Jaws.
It's
Jaws.
not Jaws. Like, Jaws 1 original, you can't beat it. Jaws 2 was okay, but
No,
how
even
did
that.
they
I'm
make it?
sorry.
4?
I'm sorry. No, I don't even agree with Jaws. That's
The
it.
second
There
one
is-
was okay.
But
It
there
was
is no. But how? How? Okay. There's only one Jaws that will ever be, and then they killed it. How does Jaws 2?
Well, I mean, because there's a lot of great white sharks. I mean,
I know, but it's not supposed to. Okay, it's supposed to be one. Everyone's supposed to be scared of that one. It's not
Yeah,
supposed
but
to be. But no,
Spielberg is
I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's not just one megalodon. I get it.
Yeah.
yeah. But like, it's still just like, I'm tired of the jump scares and the bullshit, like just coming out of the random deep. No, I want it to be like, what would happen if a mosasaur, like they just found a mosasaur? I think that should.
I'd cry.
Like, let's have a mosasaur as the main antagonist. Like, that would scare the shit out of me. Like, I would never go in the ocean again.
If we're gonna talk
And I
about
love to fish.
like, I know it wasn't creepy, but like, really, the first deep sea monster was Moby Dick.
Yeah, that's going way back.
Yeah,
But
like-
was it not? I mean, I'm not talking.
It was the first deep sea.
Well, and then from there you just went to like
Why not?
Nessie and that,
Yeah.
where, but they actually had a movie way back in the day. I can't remember, but it was a movie about Nessie where they were diving down and it was good and it ate like Oreos, I think it was.
Wait,
Y'all,
what?
y'all remember this movie?
I remember what you're talking about.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, they dove down and then they were in a submersible and you just saw the eye.
Yeah.
And then, but it was friendly to a degree where the kids would put Oreos out on a dock or something like that and it would eat the Oreos.
I think it was actually called Nessie. Or Ness.
don't remember. All I
Something
can
like
remember
that.
is the Oreos on the dock.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. That shit.
All right, y'all are making me look this up now.
Yeah, honestly,
So,
I'm
you
looking
guys
up.
continue. I gotta look this up. I'm gonna, I don't remember this.
I mean, I don't know, the movie, just the movie industry, like, when it comes to, I wish they would explore more of the aquatics, like, because, there's only so many mass murderers, there's only so many ghosts and shit you could do.
Mm-hmm.
We've only explored, I don't even know how much of the ocean, I don't know,
We've explored more of the moon than we have of the bottom of the ocean.
exactly. So, just, literally at that point, it's just up to the creator's mind.
Mm-hmm.
So, any kind of, like, fucking
Magic in the water.
about hor-
Okay, yeah, I've
Exactly.
seen that.
Sorry, guys. That was, yeah, old movie,
yes,
1995.
yes. But like, can you just imagine like where they would go? Just not even horror based, just like movies in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could do so much, and games too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
Oh,
why
I know.
I love Ark. Like you guys know, when I play Ark, I love aquatic games,
Yeah.
and that's only, I mean, it's fucking cool because you get to explore the ocean. There's just so much that they can do with that, but no, it's now all, oh, you know, let's make the same war movie over and over again. I'm tired of Vietnam remakes. I'm tired of it.
See, you would have been happy earlier. We were discussing actually, and I even brought you up.
Yeah.
I was saying that they're gonna make a DLC for Ark, or Panda said actually. Panda said they're gonna make a DLC for Ark that's purely underwater.
Yeah,
And I was like, Huck would love that.
Ark Submerged.
Oh yeah. That would actually be a good title for it.
Yes. Like, that's why I'm excited for the new Obelisk coming out, but why can't they just make it a DLC? Magic in the water. I'm looking back at it, yep.
Did you?
What's hilarious is you can literally look that movie up by putting Oreos.
What?
Oreos on a dock. Fish movie. That's how I looked it up.
I just got that you just followed me again on Twitch.
So I was gonna type it in chat. I was fucking around and I saw the heart thing and I was like, oh, what was that? Like I could like your.
He unfollowed me and then followed me
I
again.
accidentally unfollowed you. I was like, oh, can I like your stream?
Nothing like a mod unfollowing.
Yeah,
it
right.
Was an accident. It was an accident. I was sitting there and I saw the heart and I was like, oh, can I like your stream? And I clicked on it and then it was like follow and I was like, oh fuck.
All right, guys. That's probably
that's gonna have to be us for now.
We'll pick up next week with some new new topics, new stuff to talk about. Maybe we'll see what's gonna be posted this week. We'll also I'm gonna try and get back on some more Death Garden, and as well, I've already talked to the devs trying to get some keys. So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'll see what I can do with that.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
Hopefully they'll give me a couple, because
yeah, no,
I want to do some giveaways and I want to get some more people.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I definitely a full team of 5 people who can actually communicate and talk it out would be ideal.
Yeah, for sure.
And aren't fucking stupid. No offense to anyone who's playing Death Garden, but some of y'all are just
dumb. Yeah.
But yeah, and not saying that we're super
experts
already, but
no.
at the fact that we come on guys, you can't damage and just strategize a little bit.
Agreed.
If they had to summarize, it's like some of the people they're playing with. What was it? It was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was yesterday. It was like the dumb girl in the horror movies.
Yeah.
Just say it's like this scary movie. Safety. Death.
Yeah.
I have to run. I have to run away from a killer. Let me put on my high heels.
Yep.
My 6-inch freaking pumps.
Yeah, no.
Let me run away from the killer.
Alright, guys.
Thank everybody who joined in tonight.
Yeah.
Thank
Panda, Hawk, and a surprise voice from Good Girl. It was awesome.
And Good Girl who joined in. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a good time.
But we'll pick up next week. Who knows? We may have some new guests. We may have some old guests. We'll see what happens, guys. And hopefully we'll see everybody next week.
Yep.
The podcast, if you guys are just joining and missed some of it, be sure to go and check it out on YouTube or on Twitch, guys.
Snorbert's God and Magic
Sky. If you're
Skybox.
and haven't hit that follow yet, be sure to do that
Please
as well.
do.
Subscribe on YouTube if you're over on YouTube.
Yep.
So you guys know when we go live.
Absolutely.
But thank you all very much for joining in tonight, and we hope to see you next time. This is going to be Magic. I'm going to sign off tonight, guys. Everyone.
And as always, Snorben blesses you guys all. And remember, be nice to each other because karma's a bitch. Have a great night, everybody.
Yikes. Night, guys.